everyone, and welcome back to Songwoven, the Blackguards Gallery. Of course, I am your humble, ever so humble, so deep down in the fathoms humble narrator. I am your humble, super humble. I'm really humble, guys. Narrator, Tim Dontran, and of course, what is a humble narrator without his motley crew? Say ahoy, motley crew!
Ahoy, motley crew! Crew modes.
I missed this question mark.
Game's over.
Happy to be back? Question mark.
Yes, we've been gone for a bit 2 weeks for a mid series fall off. We took a much needed break, and we have changed as people. And I now have a hook leg. It's
Not a peg leg, a hook.
Oh. Wait, it was supposed to be a
hook
peg?
goes on the hand.
He got creative.
Hook goes on the hand, Tim.
No, not anymore.
Hook.
Not anymore. It's a new fashion, okay? Hook legs are in, everybody.
It's been, it's been really annoying because I keep scratching the fucking floor.
Nurse is a man with
With
a
a
hook.
hook? No one else gets that.
Over my head.
Okay. All right, back on track. Yes, thank you for joining us again for this back half of our series. We were supposed to do 6 episodes to fulfill our little doodad with and publishing, but we love each other so much that we decided to do a few more to finish this series. I don't believe we have any announcements at the top of the show. With that said, who would like to take on the absolute Herculean task of recapping what happened in the last session?
No.
You do it, Timmy.
I can't emotionally handle that session.
I can volunteer. I'll do it. Why not?
Absolutely.
Let's see. Some of the crew woke up early at our crew artificer Armin's suggestion, because he has secretly been working on turning our little extra smaller ship, the Pardon, into an airship. A few more people showed up than he expected, like Zach, and when they got onto the ship, activated, the work that he'd been doing, the ship sort of took off much more violently than they expected, woke up the rest of the crew, and poor Daphne and Captain Aura awoke to watch their ship flying at a mountain. And Hilgen, unfortunately, got yanked behind on a rope through the air. With some wacky hijinks, they managed to stabilize the ship, only to happen upon the crew of the Eternal Smile, the pirate crew that had attacked the Injusticar, or that's wrong, Injusticar, a few days before, and we ended up getting into a bit of a brawl with them. We dropped the anchor from our airship onto one of their ships, rode it down. It was a wild time. We met a few of the Eternal Smile's interesting crew members, such as Marshmallow, the Spanish cat, and Nanya, the Tempest. There was also, we had Deadeye, who was like a cowboy western gunslinger skeleton man, and then the first mate that I didn't write the name down because he never actually got introduced to us. But he was just like a grumpy elf dude, whatever.
Vezrin.
He was Vezrin, yeah. He wasn't a good first mate. After very promptly destroying 3 of their ships, one with cannons, one with anchor, and one with using another ship as a wrecking ball into one of their ships, we managed to come out with very minimal casualties. We absorbed most of their crew who didn't want to be part of the Eternal Smile anymore. And we met up with their captain, Captain John, who we learned was a beholder who he wanted to try his eye stalks at pirating for once. We found out that he did not order the attack on us. It was possibly a plot from Brando. Slipped some information to his first mate, and his first mate was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get some cool things from the Blackguards," and then he lost 3 ships. So we left with us talking to Captain John about what he can do for us to make it up to us. I think that's basically everything. There was a lot.
Hilgen killed someone.
Oh yeah, Hilgen killed someone very violently. Or not even violently, he maybe drowned him.
Very gently, just gingerly,
A gentle
socially
drowning.
drowned.
Listen, it was
Yeah.
off screen, so you don't,
Yeah, you don't know what happened. They became
you don't
friends.
know what happened.
Yeah.
They're besties now?
Yeah.
It's like, hey,
It
how
wasn't
was
role played.
Baptism.
If a death is not role played, did it even happen?
Not true, not true, not true.
All right.
A ship sinks in the ocean and no one is around to see it. Did it sink?
Did it even sink in the first place?
If I drowned a dude and you didn't see it,
If someone gets stabbed in the heart and no one knows, did they really die?
Someone gets stabbed in the heart and the heart was asleep. Did they die? Does it
Yeah.
notice?
We
Right.
know.
With that
Zachariah, we know.
with that said, yes, we were last left off. Captain John was speaking with Captain Aura about a potentially new alliance in their shared hatred for a singular, very nosy, old, crusty man. Brando
No.
Pelagos. I'm kidding.
You talk about Clarence.
Yeah, Albert's starting to really encroach in my mind. With that said, let's mosey on in to another session of Blackguard's Gallery. Now, to describe the room one more time, it has been 2 weeks, which is enough for everyone to forget about everything, me included. You are currently in a room filled with mountains upon mountains of tossed about like coins and items. But Captain John currently floating in the midst of it all. He seems to have been a very amicable figure, but monstrous in appearance. So I think in your guys' mind, hopefully, you guys think like, oh, maybe I shouldn't take anything. Some of you might know what a beholder is. But John has been speaking frankly with Captain Aura for a bit. But you see, all of his eye stalks have been kind of like peering around at each and every one of you, snapping to and fro. There does come a time for you, One-Eyed Jane, when all of them kind of like look towards you for a moment. But Captain John's one big eye has always been situated on Captain Aura. Captain John with a big, just a maw of sharp teeth, just goes, well, all right then. Why don't I go ahead and bring you towards the meeting room? I've actually never used that room before. I think it's really dusty in there. Come on, I'll show you. And begins to float. As he floats, he goes, "Oh yeah, by the way, hey, real quick, all this stuff in here, it's mine, so no touchies."
I'm like laying in a pile of gold he told us to have a seat in last time, so I'll just like.
As you get up, he points an eye sock at you, and he goes, "Oh, check your pockets, make sure."
Hilton is just going to look at him and was like, do check your pockets.
I don't think I have any.
I like that one. His chest hair is abundant. All right. This is the last bit of levity you're ever gonna get in this game. as Captain John begins to
Hamilton is done.
begins to float. You see as he goes towards like the doorway, which is for a person. He actually for a moment just like shrinks down to a tiny beholder, a very small floating orb, like 100 times less the size of what he was, just whoosh, like very suddenly just shunts down. All right, y'all can follow me. And begins to move down. So moving towards the hallways and following the small orb. This is a rather massive ship with some like luxurious with some luxurious interiors. There's carpet here, which is objectively terrible to have on a ship that's going to be on the sea.
Disgusting.
There is I completely forgot about this. Now I'm bringing it up. It's making me laugh. There's an actual like sand pit with a volleyball net in the middle. But no one seems to be in there. This place is like the cruise ships don't really like exist, but like imagine a cruise ship. It has like
this is a cruise ship.
Basically this has like very like nice stuff that's not for like a hardened pirate crew. And he just goes, yeah, I kind of, I bought these ships because I wanted to run my own pirate crew, and I wanted everyone to be really happy. You know why we call it the Eternal Smile? Because I want everyone on this crew to have a big smile on their face when they're here. Everyone has names that are really scary. Like, oh, what does Blackguard's Gallery mean? Is that a museum?
No, it's alluding to a group of paladins from the past. That's fine. It does sound a little scary.
Is that what that means?
It does. Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's historical It's fine. It's fine. Yes.
Sarah probably
Eternal
knows.
Smile's a lovely name for a pirate crew.
History. That's so nice.
Very, very much so.
History makes up a lot of really cool magical stuff. There are so many bad people who make so many cool things. It's really awesome.
It is. Do you happen to have any of those things?
Oh yeah, I've got a couple of those things. Yeah. Hey, the thing I was talking about earlier before this. Points to Daphne, and then with one of his eye stalks, it blinks really hard, making a snapping sound. It just goes, what's your name?
I am the first mate, Daphne.
Got it. Because, oh, I wish I had those. I have no knees. I just float everywhere. You guys have to have your feet on the ground. I'm really glad I'm not you guys. All right. But yeah, this one, Daphne. I have this thing called a deck of many things, made by this really big archmage in the past. Arcane people are weird.
Very eccentric, I'm sure.
It's the only one, and it's really great. One of the cards, you pull it, a big demon guy comes out of nowhere and starts fighting you.
Fascinating.
He did not want to be friends.
Oh, okay. So it's a bit all right. Well, we're very appreciative of your hospitality thus far with the Eternal.
It's just like a deck of like bad things.
Oh, many bad things, yeah.
Oh.
But there's some good things in there.
Okay.
Seems rather
stupid.
Wait, so it's like a gamble?
That's why
It's like a gambling thing?
I said
Wait, gambling. Wait, hold
should
on.
not be interested.
Hold on.
Oh, you want to pull?
Stakes.
Points at what I did.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Hey, you kind of look like me in a way. I really dig the look.
Hey, yeah, thanks. I lost it to an eel, but not just any eel, an enchanted eel, and I had to answer 3 riddles, and I got one wrong, so he took my eye.
which one did you get wrong?
Oh, that's brutal.
The riddle I got wrong. You want to know it right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
What are the riddles?
Yeah, sure.
Who has 2 thumbs and is a great dancer? I never guessed the eel because he didn't have thumbs, but apparently that eel had thumbs. So that was that riddle.
That's how they
an
get you.
awful riddle.
That's how they get you.
Yeah.
They're slippery like
he
that.
was not
Eels.
very good. Yep.
This is a
So
very
slippery.
stupid riddle.
He was not intelligent. That's why I got the other 2 correct. So, yay me.
You gotta watch out for those sphinx eels, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because begins to like go. He heads towards the door where he enlarges a bit. He's very freely like shrinking, enlarging, and things like that. But as he gets to this double set of doors, you see that with one of his eyes, he he tries to like it's not a doorknob. It's one of those like doors with a ring on it, and he grabs it with one of the stalks and yanks it, but it's locked. He goes, "Oh, yeah, I locked this door." Looks at all of you. He looks back. "Well, that's kind of unfortunate. I have a lot of bags here. Don't really know. You know what?" Pew! One of the eyes fires out. The doors turn to dust and ash like immediately. It absolutely disintegrates.
I could have just picked it if you wanted.
That's alright, just get another door. I can just make one. Arcane's so funky, and floats
Chick is
into
weird.
the room.
Okay.
It is a dusty room, with a very nice table, like a table that's double the length of the one in your meeting room. Has a huge glossy finish. Like there's like an etched like map of the world basically like laid out on top of this table. It's so nice. And there's a fucking like chandelier and stuff, which is objectively terrible to have on a ship.
They're like repeatedly just doing this right now.
It's nice and calm right now, but you still do
Okay.
you still do hear like the things clinking on each other because they're such delicate objects.
I'd like to think that as soon as John incinerates the door and moves through it, Aura will sign to everyone, "Careful," immediately. Because Jesus Christ.
I just kind of lean over to Jane. Can you do that?
Make a door turn to dust.
It's the eye thing.
Oh, the eye. You know what? I'll try later.
I mean, you can do so many cool things, right? You wrestle sharks and stuff, so I figured maybe.
Would you like to?
Yes.
Got it. We'll talk later.
Okay.
Yeah,
I love this guy.
I can just switch
It's
one of
really
my eyes with
great.
your eyes. I think it'll work out. I've been doing this thing where I've been experimenting on live things.
Ooh.
That's how I got the cat.
Oh.
That would be great if we had more time, but we have other business. I'm
You're right,
afraid,
knees.
especially because
Oh, I just got the joke.
yeah, Daphne. Especially because she Brando, like we were talking about earlier, she casts detect magic. I know there's a lot of magic here, but she's just looking for scrying.
Scrying specifically, no, nothing. But definitely a lot of magic. There is a barrel in the very corner of the room with like maps and such in there, but you do sense magic like in there. But not scrying, of course not.
Yeah.
All right. I guess now we get to talk about pirate stuff. Now, I'm warning you, this is my first time talking with like another pirate. I've been having my first mate do all the stuff for me because I think they have like first ones, right? Everyone has a first mate, but I'm not doing so good.
Yeah, you made a bad choice.
I need to find a second mate, but no one has a second mate.
The most important thing with the first mate is trust. You know, how much do you trust your first mate? So and take your time. We all start out as pirates somewhere.
Trust.
Might I recommend kobolds? Good option.
Not ours.
Yeah, not ours. But, I mean, if you find one, best idea.
I like those funky little guys. You got a couple for me?
No.
Not for hire, no.
So, Daphne, Brando.
Ah, yeah, that guy. So, so you guys don't like Brando. Guess what? Not a big fan of him either.
And I think he might have manipulated your first mate into attacking us and breaking the laws of the sadist boots that you had signed up for.
I signed up for that?
I mean, all the
Yeah?
true pirates are a part of it.
Mm-hmm. We could give you a document. You know?
I didn't know there were rules. I thought this was a pirate thing.
It's more so for protection, of each other. There are so many forces pirates have to encounter. It's a coalition of sorts.
Oh, okay. Coalition.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yes.
Got it. All right.
Mhm.
So no one tells me anything. I just kind of let my first mate did whatever he want.
Sorry, I'm still learning the rules too,
Is there parchment and pen in here in this room that we're in?
1,000%, yes.
Okay, while they're discussing, I'm just gonna go over and find parchment and pen, and I'm just gonna start jotting down a reading list of really stereotypical pirate books that I read growing up.
There's some smutty ones.
Yep, 110%. And I'm just gonna title it just reading material on how to be a pirate, winky face. I just literally draw an emoji winky face, and I'm gonna give that to him when everyone's just done discussing adult stuff.
Got it. All right. So, as you're writing that, one of the eye stalks does follow you as you move. Captain John does go all right, well, being the whole proper pirate thing is something I want to learn, so maybe you can teach me. You've been pirates for a good bit, I think. I've been hearing your names. But we're not talking about that right now. You know why they call me Mr. Business? Because I get down to it. All right, let's do this. So, Brando. Says, little stinker, that guy. Says, he is a repeat offender of me. I have one rule. All right? Just keep my secrets. All right? You just keep my things safe. If you don't, I'll hunt you down. I don't have to say the next part, right?
Then why is Brando still here?
Because he's a real sneaky Pete. He always evades me. He knows just the things to do because he did his research. I don't know where he is. He's a hard guy to track down, but I definitely kill him. He's number 1 on my kill list. He stole my stuff for his own hoard, and he didn't give anything back, and he routinely shunts me into another plane of existence.
Routinely. How
So he could take all my
frequently?
stuff.
Oh.
What did he take?
Gosh.
Perhaps a ring?
Hmm?
Perhaps a ring?
Yeah, a ring. Few of those. He steals very specific thing. One time he stole this little this cube I have, one of my most precious objects. I call it an instant fortress. Love that thing. Don't have it anymore.
Okay, instant fortress.
He's been stealing from me for about 144 years by this point.
I'm sorry, he's that old?
144 years.
Have you seen him?
I look at the humans of our crew, and as a halfling, I didn't realize humans could live that long.
It do
No,
not.
Usually we don't.
Not humans.
Yeah,
Liches.
we don't.
Disgusting things. Hate
He's
those
a-
guys.
Brando's a lich?
That's my guess anyway. I've seen them come and go. They all try to do their thing. Yeah. He lives that long. He keeps his whole thing a secret. I know a lich.
Interesting.
This cube that you mentioned, the fortress, can you tell us more about what it does?
Oh, well, I'm not very good at naming things. No, apparently no one likes the eternal smile. But it's
No,
called
it's great. It's a great name. It's a great name. It's wonderful.
I like you, chest hair. Anyways,
They both
instant
have, okay.
fortress. You put it down, and after you say the command word, which I forgot, it just sprawls out and creates this huge, entire, like almost like the size of a city, a well-fortified fortress. It was built by the Valkyries, but an archmage back then. Actually, it's the same guy who made the Deck of Many Things, enveloped this fortress city into a single cube for you to just put out.
And once you opened up this fortress, is there a way to bring it back to the cube form?
Oh, yeah. You just gotta say the command word again.
Which you do not remember.
Maybe I've written it down somewhere.
Do you, John? You don't know how to locate Brando, but I have reason to believe that he'll be, if he's not back to the sea already, he'll be back on the sea soon. Do you have the ability to scry?
You know who you're talking to, right? Of course I do.
I have some of his blood.
Give it to me.
She was going to.
Ora just gently puts a hand on Daphne's knee when he sees him kind of like his eyes turn like.
All the eye stalks just look at you immediately.
She goes, that's why I was telling you. It's a shared enemy. I'd rather you have all the intel you can on him.
Sorry for the intensity. Whew.
It's all right. It's merely being a pirate, right?
Yeah, totally. Oh, this is the pirate. This is a pirate thing.
Yeah,
Good.
it's part of it. Mm-hmm.
Doing my best.
You
All right.
are.
The cloth that you used to wipe up the blood. Correct.
Yeah, I rip it in half because I want some still.
Yeah, it floats in the air and is placed on the table. And he goes, all right, well, we'll get to that later. So, remind me one more time, what's the plan here? I go and meet my good friend for a chat?
We would appreciate it. And just kind of to start over anew, right? Start afresh with the eternal smile in the Blackguards gallery.
Oh, definitely.
Hilden would like to just look around to see if there's any scrolls or parchments that could potentially have some information, like a password. And I would love to find that the password is password.
Probably like written in like laser eye beam to rather than pen.
I feel like Hilden, if he without
Back under the carpet,
to be trying to be not menacing, he would just sort of walk around, see if there's anything.
Mm-hmm. No check needed. Like the room is pretty like open. It's particularly in the place like the barrel I've spoken about before, where there's like little like rolled up parchment like sticking out. That's the only place of like indication of where like parchment is. But I will say, as if you walk over there, you see one of the eye stalks is remaining like really attentive on you.
Yeah, I would say that if Hilden were to reach toward the barrel and look at the parchments and notice the eye, which he expects to be followed, he would just have a gesture almost as a question mark of putting a hand like over the parchment to see if the beholder reacts it whether approvingly or not.
The eye stalk, John is talking to like everyone else's attention right there, but the eye stalk is like looking at you and looking back at John like. It's like, hey, are you seeing this? Like, trying to get his attention. But John doesn't seem to be reacting to you at the moment. So the eye stalk just kind of looks at you, squints, and just kind of like nods slowly, like a go ahead, which is really strange, Hiljin. Where are,
So weird.
are the eye stalks sentient on their own? It brings up too many questions.
I know. Hilton just has a moment where he gives a solemn nod to the eye, and just proceeds to reach for the nearest scroll.
Going through the scrolls, you don't find particularly like anything. We're gonna do this real quick, and then we're gonna go back. But you don't find anything like particularly interesting. Like these are maps. There's a charter of the ship. But you do find something. I would say you do find something interesting. Like you're trying to find password. None of that. They're just like, official documents. But there is a scroll of delayed fireball in here that you write, and it's late. It is. They said it's laser etched. You can tell it's been burned, it's been written out and burned. The text and there's been burned into the scroll. Yeah, and how scrolls work in my world is that they have the spell in there, and you use your action to cast it once, and it does the thing of the spell. If you want to hold that.
I'm not gonna take something from John. I'll say that I'll leave it back there. I'll just keep it in mind.
Got it.
As he just returns to the combo.
I will say also, one more thing in the barrel. There is like a spyglass. Just placed towards the bottom. That's it.
Hilgen would investigate that. Like, he would be curious to see the craftsmanship of it, and potentially even test, just to see if the lenses are good and
very
usable.
very finely made. I would say as you peek through it, the world seems very different immediately. There's an almost like ethereality through the lens that you're seeing, like a different filter on the world, basically.
What, Jenny?
True seeing.
Oh.
Hilgen, who's not, he's being Hilgen. As soon as he does that and holds it, he just loudly just calls to John. Can I keep this?
Yeah. What's that? Why are you having it? You holding it?
Yeah.
All the eye stalks look for a moment, and there's a sudden sudden intensity in John. Well, as long as you asked.
He'll just nods and he says, "Much gratitude." And he will have a look toward the one eye who gave him the nod in the beginning, after saying the gratitude, and give an extra nod toward it.
It seems much more relaxed now.
I'm just gonna put it in his pocket, giving a look toward Aura. Just a no, just a knowing look of like a sort of like a "I'll tell you later."
Okay, good.
Mm-hmm. Add a spyglass of true sight to your inventory.
Nice call, Jenny. And good grab, Victor.
Thank you.
It just goes, all right, well, we're both attacking Brando. Is that right? Or is it just me?
I think it is to our benefit if we are not near, because he is incredibly aware of us right now. He is very suspicious of us, but I think that is to your benefit because he is focused on us at the moment.
Perhaps you could steal something from him.
Yeah. Like his shoes or his life.
Well, if he's a lich, does he have one?
Oh,
What's
he's got
lich?
multiple.
Do we
Multiple.
know what a lich is?
Yeah, what's a lich, guys?
Yeah.
I'm not that into like magic. I usually leave
Um,
that to like other people. So
Everyone's talking about this like this is some big thing.
Oh,
Is it a
yeah.
bug?
Sorry.
Is he a bug?
Sorry, I'm a really, I'm a really well-traveled person. You know, I kind of forget that you guys are so small.
no, it's okay. I travel too. I'm just testing everybody else to see what they know what a lich is. Pop quiz,
I don't.
everybody.
You
I'm
know,
very average for my height. Thank you very much.
I've met another person like you before. Really spunky a really spunky one. You two of you would be good friends. She was really nice. But a lich, yeah, you know, old people, you gotta be cautious. All of them are basically liches, in my experience. But these undead thralls who go through undeath to achieve great magical power. Says now personally, I think there's other great ways to do it in a much more friendlier way that doesn't involve killing people, using people's souls to build yourself a phylactery to create your anchor into the world. But who am I to judge? Yes, they know some crazy powerful magic. That's how they got there in the first place. Live for a long time, but the reasoning why they're sticking around, they always got big ideas. That's how they became a lich in the first place. But you gotta watch out for them. They got crazy magic up the wahoo, and they're clever too.
So how did you kill them? What is the best way to kill them?
Well, you gotta find their phylactery. You kill.
It's a big word.
Oh yeah, everything in magic has big words in it. That's why it's so hard. But you gotta find the phylactery. It's this little thing that they've binded their souls to. You kill their material form, they're just gonna come back. You gotta find their lair.
It's phylactery. Could it be a person?
It could. You're a smart one.
Hilgen just has a moment where he looks at Aura and Daphne, but he doesn't say anything else.
Because I've seen liches do terrible things. They force people to become part of the phylactery. This one back in an era made a bunch of kids. His phylactery, you gotta kill the kids to kill him. It's great.
What? Whoa. Okay.
Oh, he's dead now. Don't worry about that.
Are the kids?
Hmm?
Are the kids?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
How do you know if something's been made into a lich's phylactery? How do you even go about finding them?
They often give their little like signature to it. But the easier thing to say is like you can't really spot it. The easier thing is to use you look like a magical person. Just detect the magic. And if it feels like the lich, if you met them before, like if it feels like brand new, if you smell that musk, that's probably the phylactery.
I see.
Is there a way to like unphylactery a person?
Oh yeah, destroy the thing.
Are we thinking it's Daryl?
You gotta destroy the thing.
I think
But-
you mean the person.
Well, it's not so often the person. I think that's gotta be another level of phylactery, another level of lich.
Can you make them not, but without killing them?
I usually just kill him. I never thought
So-
about that solution.
But this phylactery, though, would have to be around for 144 years, technically, right?
Sure. He could have been a lich after. He could have been a lich after he started stealing it from me. I do have a lot of stuff that helps people become liches. I'm thinking right now.
Does it take like a while to make a person a phylactery, or can you just do it? real quick.
It's a real complex process, and I'm the one that's saying that. It's real it's real complicated. I've only seen one do it, but I know it can be done. But most often, it's just an object.
Okay.
An anchor, like you said.
Yeah. And often it's got to be close by, especially if the Lich wants to use their whole power. So they can't tuck it away in a box and just leave it at home.
Out of character, I wish it was Deacon. The end.
I'm like thinking, because I did take the time to, while I was in that force cage, size up everything that I could possibly remember in the camp. Can I think of anything that Brando was like holding or had on him, or he stood near, or something that seemed out of place?
Recalling that back, like he had like a staff and stuff, but like thinking of stuff that he would hold, like the phylactery would be something you want to hide, or something you wouldn't want, something you wouldn't want out in the open. So it's probably something he's kept hidden, definitely. Okay. But he used a great bit of magic there, so if he is a lich, the phylactery would be somewhere nearby. If
he didn't become like, based on his reaction to Deacon beating the fuck out of Daryl, like he wasn't like more worried.
He was cold. He was cold, deadpan. He was letting.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it's probably all right then.
I was gonna say I don't think it's Daryl.
He didn't have Daryl for very long.
Mm-hmm.
He was stuck in a dungeon for a while.
There was a moment when Deacon was hitting Daryl that that Brando just turned back and said, "Hey, can you let up a bit? Can you loosen up a bit?" Basically. But that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I doubt it. It's only been 6 months.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't even have Daryl for 6 months. He was in a dungeon, right?
Yeah, but he would have had access to him in theory.
Yeah.
Because it was Orhandor.
You wouldn't happen to know, I mean, you've known him longer than we have, certainly. You wouldn't happen to know he seems so secretive and elusive. Does he have a real identity? Does he have a real name? Is Brando even his real name?
If you knew the real name, you'd be able to take them out immediately. Nothing has more power than someone's real name. If I knew it, he'd be donezo right now. But
So is John your real name?
Yes.
What? Oh, cool.
Jack, shut the fuck up. That's definitely a telepathic message.
That's just a good one, that's all. Just like the Eternal Smile, great name.
Thank you. I like chest hair.
Do you know maybe
Brando
why?
is oh.
No, I was just gonna ask, like, maybe you know why he wanted to become a lich? Like, Bauer's just so stereotypical. Like, maybe he has loved ones, or I don't know, something.
I don't think anyone loves him.
Oh, that's
Okay,
skunk.
well, that's true.
Every lich I know is different. They got their own personal reasons. Like, oh, I have a loved one. I don't know about that. Oh, my wife died. What even are wives?
What's a wife?
Hilden
Maybe he got divorced and that's why he's so angry.
Maybe.
Hilden has a moment where he looks at one-eyed Jane as she asks about why he did it, and then she describes, he just turns. Why do you think that would be worth becoming a lich?
What? What's going
Me?
on?
Yes.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, if you love somebody, and, like, for example, hypothetically, like, if I loved somebody, I'm just, like, throwing out ideas, spitballing, throwing stuff at the wall, see what sticks. Like, if I really love somebody and somebody, like, I don't know, like, hurt them or threaten them, I would be, like, you know, pretty angry. So that's a good reason to become a lich, right?
Well, you got
Because
a
you're just-
story. Tell me more.
She has many.
Yeah, which one do you want to hear? I'm just gonna, you know what? I just go back to my list that I'm writing out for him, and I'm start writing romance novels. I'm adding that to the list. I got you. Don't worry. We can talk later. We'll stay in touch.
Hildren doesn't say anything else. It just looks at Aura for a moment and then back to normal.
So, question, Captain John. You know this Brando like intimately, right? You know some of his abilities and whatnot. I mean, we know some things that he can do, but can you enlighten us on perhaps what other skills he may have?
Well, one time he walked into my room, my lair, didn't even say hello, launched a whole bunch of meteors at me.
Just meteors?
Yeah, like a big meteor swarm. It was terrible.
We're on fire?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like in the ship?
No, in my lair. I have a lair somewhere in the world. And there are no teleportation circles here to that lair.
I would imagine
Insight
not.
check.
Yeah, inside check.
You know what? You know what? Hold on. Pew! Shoots a little laser at Zachariah. Zachariah, you just forget the last 5 seconds. Anyways.
I look at Zachariah to see if he looks okay.
Yeah, is there a weird?
It's like you were talking, and then all of a sudden you're blinking, and like a little bit of pink energy is like off of you. It's like you just suddenly like the world around you just kind of like jumped for some reason. Like you glitched, you stuttered for a bit.
Is there any weird effects since I'm memories?
What did you do?
What did you do?
Oh no!
What did you do? Oh, no.
Making a joke.
Okay. Everyone sees as he shoots the laser. It's like, all right, this ain't gonna hurt. Pew. Zachariah's body for a second just completely shifts into like a completely other a completely other outfit, a completely like different like. But you've seen this person before. Like Zachariah's gone through many outfits, but like the hole in his chest, the bandages are gone. It's like his chest. It's his This is the outfit he was wearing when he was drenched and wet when you first met him at the docks. And then it shifts one more time as he's like being pulled somewhere. You see his form is misty and a bit like clouded. You're not entirely sure. You're not entirely sure what's going on. As he's suddenly pulled forward again, and Zachariah, you feel something pulling you as you stumble forward. Back in your form now, bandages on. Oh, did I use the wrong beam?
What did you do?
Oh, I just wanted to make him forget the last 5 seconds.
You can communicate that.
Can you forget the last 5 seconds? Looking at Zachariah.
No. All right.
Do I? Do I remember the last 5 seconds?
You just remember. Your body becomes formless, and during that time, you know how you can feel your muscles inside of your hand. It's kept in there. That's your bundle of nerves. It's as if your whole your whole nerve system just expanded for that moment, and it just recollected. So that's what you remember.
Can I go to touch Zachariah to make sure he's real?
Yeah, he's real.
Hildren is standing still, but one of his hands is actually very discreetly on one of his
Aura's
blades.
hands are
Yeah.
on her pistols, trying really hard not.
Interesting. He like levitates down, like looking directly at you. His big eye is looming right over you, Zachariah. He just goes,
Hi.
oh, you're not human, are you?
In what regard?
He goes, give me 1 second. Hey, you. Give me the spyglass thing.
The what?
The spyglass.
Looking at Hiljin.
You see, both of them are like fucking like Western movie. Their hands are like hovering over their weapons.
Hildin looks between them and looks at Aura and just reaches for the spyglass.
I'm gonna stand in front of Zachariah. I'm gonna put my body in front of him and just look at the eyes that are staring.
Hey, hold on, move out of the way.
It's okay. You know, I can vouch for Zachariah. He's weird. We all know that, but he's definitely human.
That's a
so.
little
Anyways,
rude.
back to our common enemy, Brando.
Very suddenly, 4 of the eye stalks move adjacent to each other, and they arc over, and they all glow blue.
Okay.
But they're just looking. It is something along the lines of like detect magic.
Okay.
And it's like, huh.
Oh fuck, the compass.
Looking at Zach.
Okay.
Just goes,
Hi.
Compass. Oh fuck.
Real interesting. Real interesting.
Okay.
You're not even.
You know what's interesting? Did I ever tell you about the time that I fought an actual god?
Hildin is going to.
Yeah, she did that. Yep.
Hildin is going to use the spyglass himself and use it on Zachariah.
I'm just gonna back away.
Hey, you'd be welcome in my crew.
I'm currently taken, but I'm flattered.
I have creatures. I've met creatures from hell. I'm not judging. I've met dead people before. It's okay. But a bundle
over at Zachariah.
But something just made out of bundle of pure memories being brought together by a pure kindred collective of spirits? That's something so different.
Oh fuck. I am looking at Daphne.
That's a lot of words.
I've always wanted to try my hand at experimenting on things like that.
No,
I'm good.
Experiment is a trigger word. Experiment is a trigger word for
really
Aura.
good.
How about that eye? You were gonna give me an eye. We could do that instead. That sounds fun.
Listen.
Hold on, we'll talk about that later.
Wait, I'm sorry. I gotta go to the bathroom. Is there a bathroom on this ship?
Yeah, Zachariah, I'll help you find the bathroom.
Yeah,
I
you
have
gotta
a
use
buddy
the
system.
bathroom.
Yeah,
No, I really do. I'm remembering that I gotta use the
Your
bathroom.
pee is a memory stream, okay?
Well, I have to use the bathroom, and what you don't know is Zachariah always helps me go to the bathroom.
It's an
I'm
emotional
afraid of toilets.
bonding thing. It's what pirates do. We pee together.
Exactly. I have it on this list. I
A
give
real
him his
buddy
reading
system.
list.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's in this book right here. You learn about the buddy system within piracy and how it's really important to toilets. So I'm just gonna
I'm just
put
gonna
my
link
arm
arms
with
with
Zachariah.
Jane. Yeah, and
Yep.
let's go.
We're just
During-
gonna
during
Let's go.
we're just gonna
Yeah.
We go.
That all happened
During-
so fast.
during this whole thing, Hildin used the spyglass, the spyglass, to look at Zachariah.
looking at this, I'm looking at Zachariah. The humanoid form, you see everything, but you do see like wisps, little floating wisps, and like everyone's standing around each other. Like, of course, no one else has it, but around Zachariah specifically, subtle differences. It's subtle, little wisps, like currently like enveloping his body, moving around him.
Noted.
You guys got interesting people too.
Very.
Captain John, One of the most important things about being a captain is keeping your crew safe. As you have seen with one of my crewmates, Zachariah, he has a very special set of circumstances that make him incredibly vulnerable to those who wish to use such resources, as we can see Brando. I really sincerely hope that after your first mate has attacked my crew, not once, but one could also argue that you did attack my crewmate right just then with the spell, we can come to a common agreement and work together to form an alliance of sorts. I will ask that is your... Please... Ooh. I sincerely hope we can work together as members of the Sadist Boo Confederation.
She really lays down the law. Whew. All right. I can get why you'd be a little upset with me. Considering all the circumstances. And I can see why you all need to help each other go use the bathroom. That's a really good system, actually. And he's being genuine.
I know. I know he is. I don't deny it. I don't
have particulars to use. I just kind of make my own babies. But anyways.
That's not what going to the bathroom is.
No. That was just a completely... That was a completely separate thing. That was a completely separate thing.
Daphne, Hilton, and Aura.
Yeah. That was a completely separate thing. I'm not saying... I don't know. Anyways. There's some things I don't know about. I'm learning. I'm always learning. I love learning. But... Yeah. I suppose your friends are gonna leave us for a bit, but you're the big honcho I need to talk to, the big cheese. So here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna go by myself to go fight Brando.
You can't kill him without the phylactery, though.
Oh, I found it.
Correct. Okay.
I'll fight it. I'll smash it.
Brando, this might be a given what you know about Brando, but he can tell when he's being scryed on. I also have, and she just has these in her pockets, by the way. She pulls out like a little container and it has hair in it.
Oh, you just have it?
A little creepy.
Yeah, she takes out some, and she goes, this is the hair of Deacon Kalinda, who I believe will also be traveling with him.
Oh, do I gotta kill that guy too?
No, that's my job.
Got
But
it.
if you need to scry on their location, he's a lot easier than Brando, in my opinion, because he's an idiot.
Oh, I love idiots. Great.
We also have a willing scribe person. I'm not there.
I don't want him to know about Jared.
Yeah, that's fair.
He knows too much already.
He looks at the hair. Kind of like the eye stalks are like all revolving around it. He goes, all right. Thank you, Daffodil. This will work. This is all going to work. And, I'm probably going to do this by myself because I don't know how to command a crew. And I've things really go right when I do them by myself. Except for that one time I was with someone who looked like you, pointing at Aura. Me and her, we worked together like two pieces of bread put together.
I'm
Do you
happy to hear that.
Is it just going to be a spur of the moment decision, or would you be able to let us know when you're making an attack?
Oh, I'm probably gonna do it like today or tomorrow. I have teleportation circles that are not on the ship.
No, of course not.
Of course
She
not.
gets it.
Okay.
Also, if I may, I apologize for my abruptness. It can be quite exhausting on the seven seas. One-Eyed Jane has been drafting up a spicy list for you of wonderful pirate tales. You mentioned underwater caverns. I have not. As you see, I cannot breathe underwater. I would love to know, do you have any books that you recommend or tomes to reaching such caverns, or how one might go about that?
So for reaching underwater caverns? Books on how to breathe underwater?
Just like, you mentioned it very briefly, and it was just so specific that I was really fascinated by it.
Yeah, I got a couple in one of my libraries.
In one of them? Might I take a loan? Or perhaps I could trade you something of mine?
Are you willing to trade the chest hair man?
No.
I wanted to see what modified memory could do.
Okay, so yet again, experimenting on people is a trigger term for Aura, so she's going to take a deep breath and breathe out. Perhaps something you don't have.
I'd have given you Brando's blood.
Why don't you give me one of Zachariah's hair strands?
Why?
Does it have to be from the...
Yeah, are you trying to scry on him? Is that kind of what, or you want to experiment on his hair?
I would like to look at his hair for like a month.
Right.
Just to figure out.
Anything else?
Well, since you offered.
Oh my god.
Let me think.
How about some information?
How about your hat?
No. How about some information?
How about a proper pirate to train your crew after all of this is over?
Oh, thank goodness. You're offering yourself. That's awesome.
Aura gives a look of bitch.
All right, no
You're
take
gonna
backsies.
leave?
I'm taking that. Yeah.
We did say that they could come and intern on our ship. So, I think we said that last session.
Yeah, we did.
After all of this is over, if your pirate crew needs training, I will offer my services for a limited time to ensure that they know what to do for you.
That sounds so good. I thought a pirate crew was just like an evil gang, but on the ocean. It's so different. Yeah, that sounds great.
Each crew is different. You define, and your crew defines how you want to be. If you want your crew to smile, find what brings them joy and makes them happy. Don't force it upon them. Then you will truly have a disastrous, evil group of critters.
Well, I'm just saying, I didn't force the volleyball pit in there.
No, I love the volleyball pit.
Oh my goodness, you appreciate it.
I do. I love
Amazing.
a good game of volleyball. We don't have any sand on the ship.
Someone told me pirates don't play volleyball.
That's a lie.
That's a bit... Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, and I
All
look
right.
to, while One-Eyed Jane and Zachariah are still in the bathroom, I look to...
I don't know where we're going. I think we're just going
I
somewhere.
would be pulling him
Just behind
off
the door.
ship.
Just behind the door.
Yeah, I think we're just going.
Yeah.
I look to...
We're like pulling each other different directions because we don't know where we're
No,
going.
we
We're
gotta
lost
get
in the
out
cruise
of
line.
here.
No, I think it's this way. This is the way we came.
No,
You are not
the
pulling
captain
one.
told
I
me.
am the navigator. I am the
Captain
navigator.
told
It is
me
this way.
we're not supposed to tell secrets if we don't want to, so I'm trying to protect you, Zachariah. We need to get the fuck out of here.
I'm trying to. That's the way to the. Wait, which way
We
did
don't
we
have
go?
to go to the bathroom, by the way. That's really weird. We need to talk about this more later.
what do you mean? I do it all the time.
Excuse me. Are you lost?
Oh, it's you, friend.
Hello there. Looking at Zachariah, I am Marshmallow. I almost fought you. I almost fought you on the ship, but One-Eyed Jane really beat the shit out of me.
Really?
Yeah, I'm keeping him, by the way.
Oh, does Brooke know?
It was Brooke.
No, not in that sense, right? It's a cat. Don't be weird.
Yeah, Zach.
Okay, listen, Marshmallow, we need to get the fuck out of here.
Well, if you're trying to get out of here, why don't you follow me?
Okay, come on, I trust this cat. I just pull along Sakurai.
Okay.
All right, back to John. You guys are off the shit.
Oh Lord.
This. All right, a book on underwater cat. Was just general speaking.
Ancient civilizations, those tend to have artifacts. I mean, you have so many ancient magical artifacts. We'd love to have some of our own. That would be very fun.
Right. Well, you gotta go find them.
We do have them, that's right. You wouldn't have any that you want to, loan to us or, that we could borrow for a bit? In good faith, of course.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He likes his things.
I was gonna say, I don't really think he's gonna give me shit. Would this be leadership or negotiation? This is negotiation, right?
Negotiation.
Cool, so I'm gonna use an expertise dice. Submit includes, yep. Did it roll? Yep, it is a 15.
A 2 on the die. Jeez.
I got a 2 on the die and I still got plus
Yeah.
13?
Yeah.
You're a capable bunch.
Not in the magic department. You are far superior there than us. You are. I mean,
Aw.
look at all those spells
Aw.
you sling. It's so impressive. Hear us mere mortals.
Shoots lasers.
Oh
A couple
my
times.
god! Wow! She's.
Hilton is just
Daphne too.
But I'm sorry, my things are mine. Can't really give you artifacts. Could give you general magical things though.
That I would love.
I got a cup. Says I got these alchemy stations. I have stuff I throw away all the time.
Oh, we'll take them. Recycling is so important, especially in these days.
Everyone tells me that, but what?
We
Cycle.
Do you
will
have some?
recycling.
Do you happen to have something that makes you better at, like, negotiations?
Or a. Not gonna say anything, but clocks that.
The potion of the silver. I have a potion of silver tongue. I think that could help. I got a couple of those.
Oh.
I don't need that.
Well, yeah, we'll take them off your hands. Help, clean out, have more space for your new things.
Spring cleaning.
Spring cleaning.
Hmm.
Make way for new items.
so.
You know what? I'll just gather a bunch of things that I don't need anymore. And I'll put it all in a nice one bag of holding, and I'll just hand it right over.
We'd really appreciate that. In exchange, I'll give you a documentation and onboarding forms for the Sadist Boot Confederation.
Yeah, that'll work.
Paperwork. Yep, there's paperwork.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Love those.
Perhaps with those
When I was
items.
in-
Perhaps with those items, weapons, since you clearly have enough magic, and if you have found any weaponry along your journeys, you may not need them as much.
I don't know what you mean by clearly have enough magic. I need a couple more. But you know what? I got a couple I can give to you. You guys can have it. Because I like you guys that much.
Oh.
Especially that Zach guy. I'm really curious about his story.
Alrighty.
You guys noticed the divine like divinity surrounding him? That was kind of crazy. And also when that one-eyed person was standing in front of the person, she had like magic in her blood.
Faith works in mysterious ways. Thank you, Captain John. It's been an absolute pleasure getting to know you. We appreciate your loans, your books. We hope you enjoy those spicy reads and know that the Blackguards and, my helmsman Hilgen will be giving a tutorial of sorts should you need him in the future with your crew.
Because I'm really glad. He wraps an arm stalk around you. Just goes like an arm around your shoulder. He goes, I'm really glad we can get this friendship going.
There's an eyeball right here.
Yeah. You, and he uses one of the eye stalks to poke you, like poke you in the shoulder. And me, we're going to get along so well.
Does he close his eyes when he pokes people with them, or does he?
Oh, he definitely
keep them open.
Yeah, he definitely.
Okay.
Closes them.
I was like, is there a wet eyeball?
Eye contact. You have to make eye contact with people.
He read that in a pirate book once.
Yes, Captain John. I hope that once things slow down, I would love to invite you on board for a game of chess.
Great. Yeah. Chess. Oh, I love chess.
As do I.
There's a version of it where you use the special pieces and it explodes all the other ones.
I've heard of that. And normally I just use these, and she points at her guns.
I use these. Eyes.
Okay.
Thank you, Captain John. It was a pleasure meeting you. Daphne.
Needs your last name. Got it. He goes, by the way, I don't know if you guys have anyone really strong. I have a sword. I have a sword that was connected to a stone. I couldn't get it out of it, so I just took it with the stone.
Yeah, throw it in the bag. We can always make something work with it.
Yeah. Something about I'm not worthy. It's weird.
Oh, you are more than worthy, Captain.
I'm just imagining that. I'm imagining One-Eyed Jane can't get it out of the stone either, so she just picks the sword up, stone and all.
Just club.
It's that post.
Just clubbing the
Hell
whole.
yeah.
Oh my lord.
All right, well, go ahead. Skedaddle. I got a plan for my my big day out.
I look forward to hearing from you.
If you need to borrow one of the ships, you can go ahead and do that too. I don't know.
With your crew. That would be... Well, wait.
Oh, I guess you could do it with the crew. Yeah, sure.
With his inept crew, maybe we're better off on our own.
We were talking about potentially training them.
We did hire on a bunch.
But do we have how many days? 6?
I don't think we have the time for
You guys don't know how many days.
Well, bring the marshmallow and the strong lady and all the weirdos that we met. And they can
Bring the
manage
named
that ship.
NPC.
Yeah,
Except for Bezrin.
we're keeping Marshmallow on. We're not letting him go back to the ship, so.
Of course.
ours.
Should anyone wish to join us, we would appreciate a ship. Of course.
I gotta find a new first mate.
Trust.
I'll create some trials. I'll make him jump. I'll make him like go through like a dungeon full of traps. Whoever wins, whoever lives, gets to be first mate.
Maybe try some team building exercises or something.
Yeah. Just get to know the person. Do your ideals align?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Do you share common beliefs? What kind of goals do you want to reach as a pirate crew together? Those are the things you should really sit down and talk about.
Got it. All right. Team building exercise. I just gotta make clones of people. Okay, you know what?
Okay.
I'm bringing it to the drawing
John.
board.
I saw that coming. I saw team building. I just thought of Human Centipede, and my brain, I was not happy with that.
Did Jane leave the list? Before we
Yeah,
left?
I left it with him.
He's looking at it. He goes, "Oh, I read that one before." Whoo!
And let's go. Let's peace. We got shit to do. We gotta fuck out.
One of the eye stalks does follow for a bit. It goes really long for some reason, like a really big long rope as it follows. And it seems to be like, oh yeah, take a right. Yep, up the stairs and you're out of here. Just making sure you guys don't steal anything.
Nope. We've got a bag of holding. We'll take the bag of holding. We're good.
And you all head up. One-Eye Jane and Zachariah, is there anything the two of you want to do?
Jane, I'm telling you, I can pee. I've done it before.
That's not the point of this, Zachariah. None of us
You do it all the time.
We need to get off this shit. We have to get off the ship. They want to do weird stuff to you, which if you're into, hey, just say that. I can leave you here, but like, I'm not into, at first I was like, ooh, new eye. Sounds fun.
Like,
now.
Weird stuff is like, Daryl would have to be here. We'd have to talk. Okay, anyway, let's go.
That's a whole thing. Like, we'll talk about it on the ship. Let's go. Yeah. Gosh. Darn it. So do you have to pee or not? Like,
No, I don't have to pee, but I can. I
no,
can
but
do
like,
it.
you can. Okay,
I'm
but
telling
you
you.
have to. Can you just
Like, on command?
no, like
I mean, can you? Do you have to?
no, I mean like you're kind of like dead, right? Like
I'm
do
fine.
You have to go to the bathroom.
I've done it. I've been doing it.
You don't understand the question. Do you have to? You're just doing it for pleasure, like just for like routine.
No, it's
or, like...
not for pleasure. It's just, because I'm like, oh, I gotta go, and then I go. It's same as normal.
So noted. If I die and come back like you, then you still have to go to the bathroom. That kind of seems really lame. But anyways, we'll talk about this later.
I mean, do I have to? I don't know if I have to, but I thought I had to.
Don't do it for like a couple days. Let's see how long you can go. I'm so curious now.
I'm not just gonna like hold it. That's bad for your. Daryl always says, "Don't hold it. It's bad for your." What's this thing that goes right here?
I look like a medical professional. Like, I don't know. I just stab and I punch, and then it's just things come out sometimes, like, an organ or two, but I don't know which.
Yeah, it was an organ. That's the word.
Oh, organ. You didn't know that word?
No, I mean, I know the word, of course.
Blackguard at its finest, ladies and gentlemen.
The Blackguards gallery.
And then
The most
leave.
And then coming out of the top is Captain Aura and Daphne and Hilge.
Marshmallow, can you pee? Do you know how to?
Oh my god.
Yes, of course.
No.
Pound Cake also has to sometimes.
Oh my lord.
You have to ask Coco about it. Coco knows.
Well, of course I have to pee. They're living beings. That's not the point of this conversation, Zachariah.
Who is this Coco person? And by this point, everyone's getting...
We're just pushing you gently onto the ship. You can have your conversation.
We were arguing while on the gangplank.
Yeah, like, serious argument.
As you guys coming out on top, I would say definitely for Captain Aura and Daphne, you haven't had time to process this, but a cat walks up to you on its hind feet. Hello there. I am Marshmallow, famed fighter before I became a cat, but looking to build my legend. Is it alright if I press with you onto your journey for a little bit? I am very interested. I have heard much about the Blackguards gallery.
I just look at Daphne and I go, You used to not be a cat?
He looks off into the distance. The same thing that One-Eye Jane does when she's recollecting her stories. He looks fondly into the distance. He goes, I was once a famous swordsman from the kingdom of Azand.
Okay.
Yes, we were longtime fighters, and anyone could stop him anytime now.
So an experiment. Okay, come on board. We're happy to have you.
Was your name always Marshmallow?
No.
Okay.
Surprisingly.
Okay.
I call dibs on acting this character at some point somewhere. I just have to.
We have to play the other crew. We have to play
The B team.
gosh.
Oh gosh. Please.
team.
Who's Nanya, though?
Okay.
All I know is, Jen, you're playing Roland.
No.
Roland's gonna join this crew.
Never.
Roland's the B team.
Alright, and I'm gonna play Captain John. So you all go. You all walk the gangplank onto the other ship. I would say the rest of your crew has been there. They've been waiting around, keeping alert. Clarence being at the forefront of all of them. But seeing you all come back, you see that the planks are raised, and all of you come back. All of you come back to the ship, and it seems like everyone's like awaiting, like for you to like what happened, like what's Captain John like, basically like your crew like looking at you.
Is Narnia also on our ship flexing?
No, she's not.
Oh, okay.
She's been flexing on the other deck.
Oh, okay. I'll just like wave her over.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Hold on, what's the general consensus here? If only one person wants me, it's gotta be a majority vote.
Anyone is welcome on board.
Let's go.
Imogen just looks.
Aura knows what Daphne feels like right now.
Narnia joined
I
the
also look
party.
at Aura.
Really?
I don't think it's fair to just tell people no.
She's a really good fighter, so she says. So, you know.
I haven't hit a single attack when I was fighting you guys.
It looked like it would have hurt if she did.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
please introduce yourself to the rest of the crew. Might I have my inner circle to the game room so we can chat for a moment?
Okay.
Thank you. There's a talking cat.
Hey, he's cool though. He's mine. Dibs.
He's what? Okay. Zachariah, are you all
Hi.
right? You okay?
Yeah, I feel fine.
Right.
This is a lie. He's a crazy guy.
So
You know, they call me Wacky Zacky. That's what Coco and Squee do, but you know, he was wackier, you know.
You're made of memories. You're made of footsteps in the sand.
So I've heard.
Yeah.
So I've heard.
Yeah.
Clarence goes, all right, apparently a lot happened, so why don't we go down to the game room and talk about it?
Aren't we all just the memories? You know.
No.
You don't seem concerned at
Congrats.
all.
Can we bring some drinks with us to the
Because I don't understand it, so you know.
Humphrey,
Yeah.
whiskey, please,
Yeah,
please.
Okay.
this is too philosophical for Yeah, are we all just memories? Like,
Okay, no.
Yeah, we all are. We're
okay.
just the memories
Into the game room. Go.
I'll
go.
We
get
are our
drinks.
past. Okay.
Everyone goes up to the game room. As the crew has, because you committed to, as it tends to Narnia, and you see Narnia and a marshmallow on her shoulder, and just go, "Hello, Blackguards Gallery. I'm Narnia the Tempest, and I'm Marshmallow." And you hear dark clouds begin to swirl overhead, but you guys are gone.
no.
Let me show you.
Poor Julia to be dealing with them right now.
Of course, everyone.
I like tap Roland on the back. I hear Narnia single, and just kind of give him a push and then
Roland's
rush
not
off.
up there at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Actually, like everyone's up there, but I was going to say, as you're heading down past the game room, you see Roland's is the only one in like the middle room, like tending to something in his chest. Like everyone has foot lockers next to their hammocks. And as you all come in, he just kind of like lurches up, and then he just kind of like closes the foot locker really quick. And it's his. One-Eyed Jane, you know this space. You know everyone's assigned hammocks. He goes, "Oh, look at you.
Hey,
come back.
Roland.
Anything interesting happen?
No.
No.
What's all
I
that
cast
shouting
detect
outside?"
magic.
You cast detect
We-
magic?
We got some new crewmates, you know. So
It is a
Yeah.
cat.
Oh, we already got one of those.
A
Oh, we got
talking
another
cat.
one. A talking cat.
A swordsman talking cat.
You keep adding things to it.
A swordsman talking cat with a very
That's the thing about
opinion.
lying. It's that when you add more
It's a
details, it
very-
becomes less of a good lie.
It's a very sexy accent, I will say.
A swordsman talking cat with an accent that apparently belongs to One-Eye Jane now.
Yeah, it's my cat. So hands off.
Aw, One-Eye Jane. Is that what I have to do to get your attention?
Become
Oh.
a cat, and we can talk.
Well, I can actually
Hey.
do that, but I'm not.
Roland, actually, I wanted to have a chat with you in private. You guys can run along. I'll catch up to you guys in a little bit. Roland, but my boy here has to. We gotta chat for a moment.
Yes. All right, Zachariah, getting right down to business.
Yeah.
His eyes avert down to Hilgen for a moment. Like, he's been looking at everyone. He's the only one, like, here. Everyone else is up above deck. But
Right.
He looks to Hilgen for a second and looks to the spyglass. And he just kind of, like, looks at it for a moment and he goes, "Is that new?"
Why did you ask?
Oh, I'm just asking.
I just like
And I
follow
am-
his eye line.
And I am asking, why did you ask?
Hilgen, I'm just curious. I'm just asking idle questions. We're friends.
Does it look like he's familiar with it? Like he's seen it before?
It's like he's looking at it. Make an insight check for me.
Okay. Would
If
this
you-
fall under sensing motives or detecting lies? Probably not.
No.
If you fail it, though, I can pass it.
Same.
Nat 20, 25.
She passes that. Or if she fails it, we can still pass it.
1 second here. You see, he seems. I'll whisper to you, actually.
Oh,
Don't worry about it.
everyone cover their ears.
No one. Wait, so we just take off our headphones?
I will whisper to you in the DMs.
We're all like, okay, hold on.
I'm covering my ears. It's covered.
I'm covering.
Jenny does it all the time.
Yeah.
Everyone does that. Okay.
It's sad music, so I feel like it's not malicious.
That's how he drops you.
Yo.
That's
So
Or he's Brando, and I was right to hate him.
I don't. Could you imagine?
Like, I
so
always knew.
Okay.
so he's like a serial liar, kind of like One-Eyed Jane, right? So like, what if
No.
I've never told a lie, Zachariah.
what if he also is like, what if he's like a changeling or something, but he, just chose the worst possible look as his thing. He was like, oh, this looks hot, right? He just has bad
Timmy,
taste.
did I sense anything on my detect magic?
You did not.
Okay.
All right. Well, it seems like there's an Ahsoka group, so I'm just gonna let you all get to your business. I'm gonna go introduce myself to the
Yeah.
nice talking cat.
He'll actually, with that question, I'm going to assume that, and correct me if I'm wrong, Ting, but Roland noticing something like a spyglass on my belt and commenting on it, it's not like a common thing. Would I be safe to assume that?
Roland is an awfully chatty individual, but it's up to Hilgen, definitely. I mean, he's been down here by himself as well.
Before we move away, or before Zachariah and Roland go to talk, he's gonna hear a telepathic message in his head that says, "If you need to talk about anything, I'm always here."
He signs. Trust me. You've made that very clear. And I know. Thank you.
Okay. She'll continue on down the hall towards the game room.
I'll catch up to you in a second, guys. Arm around Roland's shoulder.
Oh, Zachariah.
Hi.
Hi there.
I needed a moment. I feel like they're gonna grill me in a second, so I just wanted a moment to breathe.
Oh, what the fuck did you do?
Nothing. I don't think. No.
I've told
anyway.
you. I've always told everyone. You're a big problem. You know that?
Wait. What?
I keep telling people you're a big fucking problem. You're always walking around with your fucking top 3 buttons down, and then you're showing off this bush on your chest.
Okay. All right.
I've been calling it the ambush for a while now. You're like a mermaid with your song attracting people so you can drown them underwater. But instead of water, it's just sweat. You're a problem. Anyways, what do you need?
Okay, listen, Roland, I get it. You're attracted to me. Most people are. I
am, yeah.
It's fair. Listen, I actually have wanted to be... Getting away from the rest is a nice little thing, but I did actually want to talk to you. You know... You can do magic stuff, right?
I can, yes.
Can you send a message to someone?
What do you need me to send a message to?
I just want to get... I just want to talk to Daryl. I want to make sure he's okay.
Of course. Yeah, I can do that. Well, I'm just giving you a warning, though.
Yeah.
It's going to be 3. It's going to be 3 only.
Okay, that's fine.
So choose your words carefully. There's only 25 words.
20. Oh, geez. You know, I'll just tell you. You're good with words, right? So I'll just tell you the gist of what I want, and I'll trust you to handle it. But just please don't be weird about it. He's gone through a lot.
Hey, this means a lot to you, right?
Yeah.
I got this.
Okay.
But if you want, maybe you could take your time with it.
Okay.
I see that you're getting a little bit excited right now. But the great thing about this is that you can prepare what you say.
Okay. Roland, thank you. You know, I'm just gonna give him a hug, pick him up, because I'm stronger than I should be. Probably crack a rib. Put him back down.
I was
Roland,
gonna...
Wait, listen. Oh, sorry. Listen. This means a lot. Thank you.
Hey.
Yes.
I know I joke around a lot, but I'd do anything for you. You know that, right?
Thanks.
It goes for everyone, but I need you to know that.
Listen, you lie about a lot of things.
That's a way of putting it,
frank about it. Like, let's just be clear.
I'm not the only one who fucking lies. One-Eyed Jane lies about everything, whether every breath.
We know. But look, you... Like I said before, I'll be your wingman, and I'm gonna start off. Jane, Brooke, not gonna work out. Not on you, it's on them. So, I wouldn't keep trying.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm not really looking to get with anyone.
Oh, I was gonna.
I mean, I'm just here for. I'm just doing it for fun, but really, you know, friendship's important.
Okay.
Things like that. Oh, I know Brooks. I know I'm never gonna get Brooke. Oh, she punched the living shit out of me.
Yeah, sorry about that. You know.
No, it's
must have read her wrong. You know.
No, it's all right. By the way, you owe me for that. You fucking prick here.
Yeah. Like I said, if there is anyone, let me know, and I will do my damnedest to help you out.
I think it might be a bit, but
okay.
And I don't need to help you. I think you've got everything down pat, to be honest.
Yeah, I do. But listen, you all right? You acting a little strange.
Acting a little strange?
So,
I'm my typical self.
No, you're talking a lot less than normal.
What the fuck are you talking about? I listen. That's a skill I have. That's an important skill.
Does that something to do with? And I looked down at his chest. Not his chest, but like the chest on the ground.
Oh, okay.
My tits?
I know we don't listen. He may look at mine, but I'm not looking at his.
Don't look at my moobs. He goes, well, yeah, I have personal things. And I guess you don't know everything about me. I'm a sentimental person. And by this point, you see his eyes kind of like leer up for a moment. And you see walking down the stairs, like rubbing her temples, is Brooke, who has escaping from the introductions outside. She looks up at she does look up at the both of you to Roland and then to you.
Hey, Brooke.
She sighs, but she's not annoyed.
Are you okay?
Hi, Brooke.
You're normally annoyed.
I'm just heading to the kitchen.
You know, Humphrey will chop your hand off if you get into his stash. I do it all the time. He hasn't caught me yet.
Good thing I keep my nose in my business. She looks to Roland for a moment, and Roland just gives a nod, and Brooke just gives one nod back and just walks away to the kitchen.
I look at him. Oh, you were in the same room and she didn't punch you? Either she's not feeling well or you're improving.
Do you think I'm just a walking bit, Zachariah? I just go everywhere and I just become a joke of a scene? I'm a living being.
Yeah, I know you are. Listen,
I can talk. People understand who I am.
Do we?
Of course. Anyways,
okay.
Was this the break you wanted?
Yeah.
Everything and more?
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I gotta get to them, or they're gonna. Oh boy. All right. Listen. Like I said, you need anything, come to me. I want to help you out.
Same to you, brother. Listen, I don't think we're doing anything. Doing anything today or tomorrow. So I'll save all my sendings for you. If you have anything you want to say to someone.
Okay.
But yeah, come back to me.
I will. Alright. I'll just give him like a pat on the shoulder. Probably a heavy pat.
Oh, you're so strong somehow.
I'm not. Oh, it's probably the belt. When I'm done with it, I'll let you have it.
A fucking belt. Do you think that Roland needs a belt?
Well, it lets you do this. I'll just pick him up. It lets you do that. Pretty cool.
Brooke opens the door as she and then
don't worry, Brooke.
It.
I'm saving the beats for you. Don't worry.
Shuts.
She's in a mood. All right.
Oh, don't let one Jane hear you say that.
She'd probably be interested, honestly.
She's a bit of a freak sometimes. I find.
You can't just say that about her because she has one eye.
No, not because she's fucking. I'm not that kind of
Roland.
Zachariah, get the fucking move on. Walk. Use your legs. Go.
Skedaddle.
Gosh.
As I get to the game room, I'll just sort of shout, "Hey, One-Eyed Jane, you should have heard what Roland said about you," as I shut the door.
You guys get in. A bit before Zachariah joins, as you all go into the game room, Clarence, let's go. Before we continue, I'm glad to see everyone's okay, but I do have to ask, how's the boy?
Zachariah?
Why am I the boy? A grown man.
The boy.
Dead, I guess.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
An amalgamation of memories.
But are we all not just
No,
that
we're
word
not
of
going down.
memories?
They're not going
Okay.
down.
Brando's a lich.
Yeah, there's that.
All right. I'm beginning to see a lot of revelations were had on the other ship. But Zachariah, what you said was true? Lord.
Hildren, you saw through a looking glass, did you not?
Yes. Though I do not know exactly what I saw.
Come on, Clarence,
But
keep up. I have a hole in my
Perhaps,
chest.
and Hilgen takes the spyglass and hands it to Daphne. Perhaps you are able to understand this better than I can.
She does have detect magic up, so she can tell the school of magic at least. But
I believe. Actually, I'm going to check. But yeah, true sight.
I
Definitely.
think that's divination, I would assume, right?
I'm thinking it's also divination, but I'm checking just in case.
she'll look through it, and I think she could probably realize what it is, huh?
Definitely.
She goes, it should let you see into the ethereal plane, ghosts and whatnot, and, well, actually, that's where, if you were to be scryed on, that's where the sensor would reside and hide.
So-
You would be able to see the I don't know exactly what it looks like because I've never seen, but I know that you can see it if someone scries on you.
So I suppose it will be useful after all.
Absolutely. You could see through invisibility too, I imagine.
Hilgen has a moment where he just explains, when I used it on Zachariah, I saw energy.
Ooh, sorry, really quick. If that can be used for scrying, should we look through it to make sure this room is safe before we just
I
start
have
spilling
detect
secrets?
magic up, but
Okay, sorry.
well, she'll look around too.
Sorry, Hildren, go ahead.
I saw energies floating around him. I do not know more than that, but it was definitely different than anyone else.
The compass, perhaps. The spirits
Perhaps.
of Hanlusa?
Perhaps.
I think this is the most extraordinary situation we've been in. I just wish it wasn't on these waters.
Captain John requested Zachariah for experimentation.
And our dear Zachariah, we're not agreeing to that, correct?
She looks at him like,
I'm kidding.
good.
I don't know about you all, but I feel bad about all of this. Of course I do. I feel bad about all of this. The situation that we're in. Because being on these waters, surrounded by all the people that we don't like. Because I'm just scared about everyone's safety. Is all. We're getting Daryl, and then we're leaving this situation, right?
We have more to do. And I'm gonna pull out a chessboard and start setting up pieces. And she's gonna start signing. We have people to protect. Not just on this ship.
Yeah. But we need to be there. We need to be alive to protect them. I'm not doubting you. But somehow at the end of every day, at the end of every crazy year, you pull through. All of us, we pull through together. But as I'm getting older, I'm thinking that luck is running out.
There's no luck in strategy. The more we know, the more power we have.
Hildren just calmly says, even the mightiest tree eventually has to fall.
Not today.
Not today.
Not today.
So, what do we know? And she starts slapping, like, she's gonna start going through, like, here's what Captain John told us, here are the tomes that we have, here's the magic I got. Like, let's kind of do, like, a general review of everything.
Here's the chest hair that we're selling him.
and by this point, Zachariah, you hear what he says.
Hey, Jane, you should have heard what Roland said about you. And I shut the door behind me.
Slightly chuckle at that as I watch Aura place all the chess pieces. And,
Hey, we're playing checkers. Nice.
Oh my god. Hildren will take the compass back. If Daphne is
What?
okay.
please.
Oh.
Oh, the
Oh.
The spyglass.
spyglass. Do we have the bag of holding from John?
Not yet. He's assembling
Not
that.
yet. Okay.
Manya's gonna show up.
Woo. Lot happened, huh? Crazy guy. Woo.
Zachariah, how are you feeling?
Feeling great. Lich, huh? Isn't that crazy?
Zach,
Yeah?
we need as much information as we can.
Agreed. Yeah, we do.
You've given a lot to us. Is there anything else we need to know?
In what regard?
You have this divine connection.
Yeah, weird.
I'm gonna hold out my hand and hold Zachariah's hand. Don't comment on this. This is me trying to be.
Okay.
Just let me try something, okay?
Okay.
We need to know everything, right? We need to know all the pieces in this game, and it's not fair just to ask Zachariah to be the only one to lay out all the cards or pieces or whatever the fuck game we're playing now. So, a show of solidarity, because we're a crew, and we're pirates. Gosh darn it, and that's why we need to just... And I just pull off my eye patch, and I throw it on the chessboard. I have
2 eyes! Oh
Yeah.
my gosh!
That's... Okay, you could act a little bit more surprised, Zachariah. That's
Okay,
a little bit
okay.
something, but that's not the only thing. I think we also need to worry about the Crestons a little bit.
We do.
Who are they?
Crestons.
The Creston family. Would you
Yeah.
like me to explain? One-Eyed Jane?
Yeah, that would be best.
Currently the reigning family in Indian area. They
Oh,
have
like
since-
the
I will say,
royal family kind of thing?
as you bring in the Crestons, Clarence looks to you, Hiljan. And he just kind of like gives you a nod. How does Hiljan look right now?
Tense, stern, and incredibly still and incredibly quiet. His eyes are on One-Eyed Jane. intently.
It's not the music.
He's staring at you like John was staring at me.
I'm gonna meet Hildren stare straight on.
Captain Nora, you were saying?
Yeah, so
Hold
Queen,
on.
King, royal
Hold
family.
on. I have to notice this stare down, right? I mean, come on.
I mean, I'm looking, the fact that you mentioned we have to talk about the Creston family in connection to One-Eyed Jane, Hildren will probably be looking between the two of you. Very quizzically and restrained.
Like angry, restrained?
You know that he can be very still, but in a very sort of like calm demeanor. This is not that. This is sustained energy. This is like,
Does the Creston family were they the ones that pushed out the Wood Elves? I thought that was the Navy. There's something I'm missing here. There's a piece I'm missing.
maybe.
DM, narrator, there's a piece I'm missing here. Would I have known that the Creston family was involved in something that upset Hildren?
They're the ones who largely
Murdered and annihilated the great. Okay. See, that's good to know now.
Oh, do I know that? Oh shit.
If I had known that, I might have approached this topic a little more sensitively, but we're already here. Yes. In the past, the Creston family has made moves. Has been known to be quite brutal. Dangerously powerful. And willing to move anyone who stands in their way. One person I consider to be standing in their way currently, who I am admittedly surprised as well, since all our pieces are on the table, happens to be my father. Estranged, but a brilliant mind. I learned chess from him. In the course of over a week, he has been moved from being arrested to being sentenced to death. One might say it could just be the Crestons making a power move. But my father has managed to evade, for 10 years, scorn, being associated with me. I can't help feeling that there is something there that we must get from him. Some intel, some information.
So your dad's in trouble then?
We need information. Completely sidestepping. Question is, does the Creston family, do they possess information that can help us in a continued journey to Anlusa? Is it all just a coincidence?
My father and some of my brothers.
Wait, you're a princess? Oh,
I'm
that's
not
cool.
a fucking princess. I swear I will punch you in the face if you ever refer to me with those words again.
No.
Zachariah, even if you're dead, I will make it hurt. Anyways.
She's not a princess, she is a Creston.
She is One-Eyed Jane.
Yes. I gave all that up. But I don't think he would ever leave anything to chance. They are masterminds on the battlefield, and we are on a battlefield. So, I have beliefs that if your father has been arrested, then it has something to do with more than just a power play.
The lighthouse.
Yeah.
Do we have any more intel on what might be there? Is this connected? Is this just a minor point? Is this just Brando trying to fuck with us?
He said that it would rain like hellfire down on us, and so we'd have to get rid of it if we wanted to get north. But there's a war going on, right? So Maybe it has something to do with that. I don't know.
I've been talking with Jasper for a bit. He's well versed in military strategies around the world. Yes, apparently this night house is a new development. It acts as a sentry of sorts. Glides all the way across the ocean.
It's a moving lighthouse?
No, its vision, the way it looks magically. Its view pervades a straight line across the Riverian Ocean. Yes, and apparently it's located next to all of their special war toys. That's probably what Brando meant. So if they see a old stolen ship belonging to a pirate crew that they don't particularly fancy, then they might feel the need to test those weapons out on us.
Gotcha.
So you and your father and this lighthouse, it seems like two big different ideas.
Excellent. One less thing to worry about.
I've been speaking about it with Jasper. I want to run it through you. But I feel like I can concoct something about doing something about the lighthouse if we do want its destruction. If you are planning to do something else while we're there, because your father is going to be in the same town as his lighthouse, perhaps I can take a bit of the crew on my own. Jasper, Brooke, Roland, a couple more hands. Discreetly go in. I'll deal with the lighthouse.
First mate?
How far are we from it?
How far are we? I would probably know.
Going at an angle, and you're still leaning on this side, it's going to be like a 2 to 3 day trip to the Afros Harbor.
I'm still at 8 days currently?
You're on 9 days.
I'm on 9 days.
Right now.
I'm on 9 days. It would take 2 to 3 days. How far would it be from there to Hanusa?
That itself would be like sailing straight there. 3 to 4
from the harbor.
Yeah, 3 to 4 days.
Oh, it's pushing it close.
Pushing what close?
No, I don't say that out loud.
Oh, damn it.
Pushing what close?
Yeah, you're thinking about how that's pushing it close, huh, Zachariah?
True sight sees your mind.
All right. So it'd be 2 to 3 days to get to the harbor.
And John is going to make his move against Brando
Today or tomorrow.
That might give us some time.
I can try and get some information from Daryl. I asked Roland to help me out. He can send a message.
Can we get Daryl?
Two completely different ends of the ocean we're talking about here.
I don't think we'll have time to do both at the same time, and then also get to Hanlusa. He's going to be watching us. So...
I hate to say it, but we'll deal with it in Hanlusa.
All right.
Brando will find a way there, too. So we need to get there. Even if we don't do this, he'll find a way there.
144 years.
At least.
That's old. How old are you, Clarence?
He seems distracted at the moment. He goes, a lich. Is that right?
Yeah, they like suck your blood.
A leech.
Oh, yeah.
Completely different.
Right. Sorry.
He goes, well, whatever the case, and we're going to get Daryl.
I know. Sorry, go.
Yes. As long as we plan this out, strategy. Yes. Just and no unnecessary sacrifices.
Thank you.
None. Yes. We can plan this through so that everyone's going to be okay. You were saying, Captain?
One-Eyed Jane.
Yes,
Is
Captain.
there anything about the Crestons? Anything else? Their motives? Perhaps do they have a desire for the divine spark? Anything along those lines that you could think of?
Everyone wants this thing.
Honestly, they're just simple men. They just want power. What they have isn't enough, and they'll never stop. So, if I were to guess, power.
Other than the Anarian Navy, have they made any advances as of recent?
To confess, I haven't been keeping up with those people. If Zachariah, what you say is true and we have ways to contact people from here, I can try to. I have one of my brothers. He isn't as bad as the others, and I can try to reach out and see if he knows anything.
I can scry, too. I've never met them. But if you had anything of them...
Could it be something they gave me as a gift?
that would be a large help.
Okay. And I'll just, like, pull out my long sword and put it on the table. Maybe this will be useful.
If you want me to now, I certainly can. It's... Unless you'd rather I wait.
I mean, I'm not in charge. Just, I'm giving you all the information because I would hate to not tell you guys everything and then we're going, this is dangerous. So I just would rather everyone know everything.
Hilton is going to walk toward One-Eyed Jane. And he's going to pause when he's really close. His eyes just staring down.
Zach is just really awkward right next to them because he's still holding her hand.
Hilton, sometimes the field can blossom again. With the proper change. I cannot think of a better way for the Crestons to suffer and for their own bloodline to be the change they'd hate to see. I trust that you can be that change.
I know that I can't change where I'm from, but I will change who I am. And I would love nothing more for the Crestons to change. And if I can deliver that justice, then even the better.
And I will help you as much as I can.
Thank you.
Hildur nods and steps back. You can see still his body is still stiff in comparison to his usual self.
One more thing. Zachariah.
Captain?
We need to be a bit more careful with you. Beings of arcane and eldritch powers are very interested in you.
No, like everyone's just... I mean, I'm used to it. I mean, you should have heard... Roland was just like, I love you, just a couple seconds ago,
I squeeze your hand, Zachariah.
Not something to brag about.
He does that to everyone.
Yeah, no, I mean, I know. So, we need to go to the
Zachariah,
lighthouse.
stop talking.
So, Zachariah.
You're dead.
Apparently, yeah. Woo, crazy revelation.
Captain John, in exchange for information, asked to trade you for experimentation.
That's kind of weird.
I want to make something very clear as we head into an era. This is the kind of people, without hesitation, who takes innocent people and uses violent, disgusting, and disturbing machinations to get what they want. 10 years ago, they tried to do so with a bunch of innocent people and form them into war-forged machines of destruction. If they have found out that there is a way for souls to exist either in a compass or for memories to form self, I need to ensure that all of us here will not reveal said information to the inherit.
Is there a single good country in this world? It's crazy.
I believe they're good people, not good countries.
Oh.
I have a question. Hildur turns to Zachariah. If you are dead, can you die?
That's a question, is what that is. Maybe? I mean, I'm not looking to, You're not gonna, stab me or something, right? To,
I don't want to
test it? Okay, let's not test it,
You see Hildur's expression potentially be considered. I mean, you never know with Hildur.
No.
Yeah.
You'll never know.
This is why Hildur's the scary one.
Maybe I'm not gonna test it.
I suppose it is something to consider. If you are dead, then what happens to you? If something were to happen. And if you are not capable of dying, then what can be done to you?
Ooh, that sounds terrible.
It is a terrible situation, I suppose.
Yeah, terrible situation. I'm hating it. To that lighthouse. We gotta, so wait, your dad's there, right? Split up. 2 teams. One deals with the lighthouse, one goes rescue old Papa, right?
The information. He's not necessary.
You sure?
You see blank fucking stare. She's not giving away anything.
But if this is a contended check, then Zachariah, go ahead and give me an insight. And whisper to me, Captain Aura, deception, persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use Intrepid to add expertise to my dice. That is
Go ahead and roll.
15.
Roll
Right?
for you, Emma. Roll
Yes.
with dice. You completely trust you. Whisper to me what your roll is.
Would Hildred know?
Would he?
As Zach is staring at her,
Did they tie?
What's your roll again, Albert?
15, right? That's a 6 plus a 4. That's a 10 plus insight 4, wisdom 1. That's a 15, right? Yeah.
Captain Aura, I'll let you go ahead and detail any cracks.
I want you to.
Okay. In this attempt to keep a straight facade, you did notice that when you asked the question, it was like a challenge. And you see it briefly in her face. A small twitch of the eye, maybe holding onto a breath a bit too long, a telltale sign of someone who's thinking of something to say other than the truth.
Captain, growing up in the Undercity, the only people that Daryl and I had were each other. We didn't have a family, we didn't have parents. And I consider myself very lucky that I managed to find a family later. Here. With this crew. If you want to save your father, tell us and we will plot a course.
This is also my family, Zachariah. If he can be saved, that would be preferable. But my father would understand if I were to put my family before him. After all, and she pulls from her pocket and puts a tiny little white pawn on the table. This was his favorite piece. He used to tease it was me.
The rook?
Pawn. Most powerful piece on the board.
If we're going anyways, we'll do it. That should go without saying.
We'll get him.
Would piss off my father, so.
Added bonus.
It would also, it'd be interesting. And she looks at Elch. How would you like to, speak with your old, boss? benefactor?
There's a lot that I'm learning right now.
Didn't he sick? Did you ever meet him? No.
The Navy.
But didn't her dad hire Hildren through someone to get her back?
No.
The Navy.
Oh, your dad.
No.
Your dad.
My dad. Yes.
Yeah, your dad. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what she's referring to. Like.
Yeah. I suppose I helped you escape once. I can keep it in the family and help your father as well.
Yes. Family history repeats itself. Except, and she looks at One-Eyed Jane, for those who wish to break the bonds.
That was enough vulnerability for one day. So do we have a plan? I just put on my iPad.
Yeah, plan time. I agree.
Yep. Now I'm moving the pieces on the board. We've had too much today.
Yes.
Daphne, any other thoughts? You know your insight is very much appreciated.
I think this track, even if it's not necessarily the smartest thing we can be doing, I think it's the smartest we can do given our situation. Afra's Harbor and inland.
And let's get that jump on Brando if John will do as he says he does.
It would be awfully convenient if John actually managed to kill him.
At least bruise his ego.
We already know from John himself that he has been banished to other planes of existence by Brenda before. So we can
I
only
hope it
hope
surprises him.
we can only hope that he will buy us some time.
I think he can just pick up Daryl on his way back. Is that a thing? I mean, he doesn't have hands, but
I don't think I'd risk it.
I wouldn't want to put someone. John is an admirable sword, but very unpredictable.
yeah.
I should have met this John.
No, you shouldn't have. Clarence
was,
really shouldn't have.
He kind of looked like Jane, so just picture Jane. Then you're good to go.
Okay, I'm still holding your hand. I squeeze
Yeah.
it really, really tight. You want to say that again, Zachariah? You're calling me some sort of monstrous, bug-eyed creature?
I mean, I
That's
didn't.
what I look like?
That's not what I said.
Zachariah,
That's
this
what I
shit-
heard.
Yeah, this is the worst vice script ever. It
I'm
fucking
yeah.
hurts.
I'm gonna try and squeeze back as well because I got the belt of giant strength.
Oh shit, that's right.
Arm wrestling. At least do something with it,
Athletic
children.
checks, fine. Both of you, athletics.
Whose hand,
Voted
whose
when I
hand,
changed,
like
so-
finger bones break first?
Yeah, I have a proficiency die on this too.
What is this?
Wait, what did I roll? Is it a 10? Because then it automatically
Athletics
is a 10.
checks.
Oh yeah, it should be automatically a 10.
So I rolled a
So add 6 more to
five,
that.
Terrifying.
19.
more, 19, and then I have an athletics die, which is a D4. D6. What is it again?
16.
Oh, I'm not even gonna.
Yeah, don't even finish.
Yeah.
I rolled low on the die.
Zachariah, how dare you
I have a
even
plus 8,
challenge?
but you know.
Yeah, your hands like getting the big squeeze right now. You try, and it's valiant. But you feel your whole body begin to ache as like you're just crumbling under Twilight Jane's insane strength.
I just ignore it.
Clarence, we also do have 2 ships now. One that is not recognizable as the Blackguards gallery.
We have a third ship, right? Oh wait, we
do.
weren't there. No, you said that. Never mind.
We do.
And one can fly.
We have another. Well, about
Not
that,
the flying one.
we
No,
still-
no.
we still haven't really gotten past that. Apparently, it was Armin's doing.
Yeah, it was
He's
a
been
really
doing
cool
it for
idea.
months.
Why didn't he tell?
He said it was going to be he said he wanted to be a secret, but he was very scared of Daphne's judgment.
Yes, that was incredibly stupid.
Hey, it worked out though.
They were
Did
really
it?
having a hard time navigating that. That was
Look at all we gained because of that. We got it.
You
We got
had
a new
quite
ship.
the fun day, Hilton. She's trying really hard not to laugh. She remembers
Hilton
Hilton
is just-
swinging from the
Hilton's just looking at Aura like,
It was Hilgen's idea to jump overboard too. Well, it wasn't his idea, but he okayed it.
You're very lucky to have him as your helm.
So there's another ship. Okay. If there's another ship, then we could definitely benefit from that. They'd be better than the Pardon, too.
We got the
So-
rust knots too, right?
We do have the rust knots. 2 days to 2 days to the lighthouse. Is there any
2 to
way the
3.
rust knots could 3 days? How many days?
2 to 3.
2 to
Depends.
3. 2 to 3. Is there any way that
Are we heading there right
rust
now?
knots enough time? We should probably start steering course. Should we call in the rust knots? Is now a time? Would that aid you, Clarence, and your team?
It would, greatly. Though, the more people, I get a bit more nervous.
Yep. More lives on
babe-
the line.
But if they're not on a boat, they're not over the water. His inability to swim doesn't matter.
He would do best on land.
So
Is that
Hanlusa,
a-
perhaps.
Oh.
Oh, go for it. Daphne.
Is that all we need for planning for right now?
Yeah, I would say scry on that sword maybe when you get a chance, just so we know there's no hidden surprises potentially, but
And who should I be scrying on exactly?
that would be my brother. My lovely
one-eyed
brother
Paul.
Two-eyed.
my brother who I love so much.
Three-eyed Alec.
Mikal.
What's the
Go
name?
way back. Mikal.
Mikal?
Mika.
It's like Michael with extra steps.
Yeah.
No,
More
it's not. It's
fancy.
still the same steps.
Well, no, it's like Mika, and then there's the apostrophe, and then the AL, so it's like the extra. It's Mikal, you know. On the A.
Daphne, how many times can you scry a day?
I can do it twice, and then I need to take about an hour to rest, and then I can do it again
Could you
throughout
also
the day.
Could you also do Lelantos Boreas just so we have a better insight of where he's stationed? And I slide over the pawn piece.
Yes. You wouldn't. This is. I'm guessing you don't. You don't have anything of physically body parts, anything. That's the most surefire way if I haven't met them.
Oh, we all carry
Well,
that around.
Body parts.
She pulls out Deacon's hair.
Right. I was
Oh, you just carry
going
that.
to mention something about that, but I thought to respect your boundaries and not. I'm sorry, Daphne. No, I don't. There's nothing. There is legitimately nothing I can think of that would have like.
Yeah, it's okay.
Maybe
It's been a long time.
maybe we can get
Not
some when
work.
we rescue him, you know? And then
Maybe you still have a loose hair from your father from over 10 years ago, or somewhere
He
in some
hugged
coat,
you,
you know?
Did he
never
hug me in a
cleaned
certain
it.
maybe we could send them a message and they can like send a finger or something.
Oh,
You know?
no.
Yeah.
Okay, so
He's already in the gallows.
the tongue's already gone. So let's not.
So technically we share blood with our family. Would that potentially be?
I could try.
Okay, I'll take out a knife and I will.
Not a hair strand, like
No,
it's
I
right
was
there.
gonna slash open my hand.
Magic's so goddamn weird.
I guess I'll like slash open my hand and put it around the pawn piece.
Good, that's a lot of blood.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
I
add blood
think-
to my sword too, just in case. I don't.
Oh, no.
Your magic's weird.
I think I
Okay,
cut him
Hilton's
too
just gonna cut himself and just spray blood just because why not? Just do it.
Can we make a blood pact?
Just
Should we
everybody.
just, since we're all bleeding,
Oh,
can we
wait.
just like?
Are we all?
What are you doing?
Are we all?
Yeah, let's make a blood pact. I read about that one time. I mean, I
No.
did that one time with
No.
some people. Before, like, yeah.
Shouldn't have cut my hand. I need to sign with it. Fuck.
She goes, I'll scry in a bit. She picks up one of the bottles someone brought down, and she goes, Zachariah, I need to talk to you.
Okay. Do you need my blood too? I'll do it.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Stop cutting yourselves, everyone. Jeez.
I don't know how this magic stuff works.
And Timmy, I've got an hour, just so you know.
Gotcha.
Okay. We're good. We're done. Unless anyone else has anything else to plan, I think we've got a pretty good idea.
I mean, I got to figure out what I'm going to say to Daryl. I mean, if there's any information, I was going to ask him, like, has he overheard anything? Where is he now? Where does he know where he's going? Anything else you can think of?
Protection. The leech needs something secret.
Oh, is there anything like he's seen Brando like fondling or got it?
Something that
spells
he
are
would
cast on
want to
him?
be.
Okay, all right, all of these things. Good idea. Good idea. Yep.
Chances
Jasper's-
are that if it's something that needs to be protected, it is either heavily guarded, or there is an area where only he goes.
Okay.
One of those things may be useful.
And we'll see how this fortress comes into play, I assume.
We're gonna like have to heist a castle. That sounds fun.
We'll get there.
Jasper's in contact with a contact in an era. We can reliably get an outline of what Afro's Harbor looks like and possibly where your father might be.
Then we have a plan.
The makings of one. But we do best with that.
All right. Well, Daphne, Zachariah, I shall leave you
She-
to your conference.
She just starts walking out and gestures for Zachariah.
Okay, I'll follow, but I'll like look over my shoulder and just kind of like behind my back sign like, should I be scared?
Not yet. She'll sign back. The bloody fucking hand.
Hilgen will sign to Aura and just have a moment where just a word.
Us? Okay. And
Go ahead.
I was just gonna check in with One-Eyed Jane before I left the room.
One-Eyed Jane. A little word, please.
Oh my god, never mind!
Legitimately.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Just-
Clarence.
Just after this, and then we'll get right to Zachariah and Daphne, and then resolve these in sequence. Sorry, just get this out real quick. Guys, One-Eyed Jane, have you ever heard of the story of the scorpion and the frog?
I'm afraid to say no.
Well, let me go ahead and tell you then. So there was this large pond, and one day the scorpion approached a frog, and asked the frog, "Hello, Mr. Frog. Can you please ferry me across the pond? I cannot swim, and I will surely drown." And the frog is wary. He says, "Yes. How do I know if I ferry you across that you won't just sting me? It's in your nature, is it not?" And of course the scorpion goes, "Of course I'm not going to sting you, because we would both drown." So the scorpion latches onto the frog's back, and they begin to ferry across the river. They make it. As they make it over to the other side, as the scorpion walks away, the frog goes, "I felt that you wanted to sting me, but you didn't. Why?" And the scorpion responds, "It's in my nature to sting you. I cannot control my nature, but I can control my actions. You are who you make yourself to be. Out of everyone, my greatest want for everyone is to have everyone have the most control over who they choose to be. You're not who you were, or what people wanted you to be.
Clarence, I can't go back. No matter what. Do you understand? I want to be anybody else than what they want me to be.
Then tell me, how much do you really, really want that?
More than anything.
You have your things I've seen that you can do, and the people that you're with. Easy. I want that too.
Thanks, Clarence.
Of course. Now I should leave you be. I have some worrying to do.
Grandpa.
And he walks away. Now, Daphne and Zachariah.
Out of character, Timmy, do you think we'll have time to get to it today? Because if not, then I'm going to wait for Humphrey.
We might not be able to make it to it in an hour, or get it done in an hour. We can start it.
50
the next
minutes?
session. Yeah, we can start it at the start of next session.
Okay, then I don't need to talk to Zachariah. I can just do scrying instead.
It's too late. You're with him now.
Yeah. So what you need?
I'm gonna go for the better part of the plan.
I've been rejected. So Daphne, you still need me?
No, just cancel it. I wouldn't have said it if I didn't need it.
Cancel my
I'm
transaction.
No.
Send him back. Send it back.
She'd take the bottle, but she wouldn't say she needed Zachariah.
Okay.
Sorry.
No.
Well, I got things to do. Bye. I'll just run out of the room anyway.
So you're gonna
Instead,
do your plan at the top of next session.
Well, I need to talk to Humphrey. I need to talk to Roland. But yeah, she's in more of a hurry. I guess what she'd do now then is, well, I do need to talk to Roland, so I'll talk to Roland.
All right. Head on up over to you head over to the upper deck where everyone is. The air is actually filled with like static electricity now. Like Nani is still there. She's covered in lightning. But you see Roland at the edge of the crowd as everyone's like, "What's going on?" But yeah, you see Roland, just in the crowd.
She just goes, "Roland, come with me." She has it's unusual for she has a bottle in her hand still because she took it from the room because she needs that for Delphine later. But
Oh, Daphne. Not very, not a very usual sight to see you with a bottle in your hand.
Come on.
Really? Okay.
Oh Jesus.
Hey, you
Should
thought
just go
I've been
find somewhere
joking.
quiet. Cast detect magic.
Nothing. There's nothing about Roland does go. You know, Daphne. I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to get you to open up. I don't want you to be in a terrible state. You know, I was just railing you,
Jeez.
getting you to open up to the crew a little bit.
This is for something else. She goes,
Oh.
I just needed to ask. What's wrong?
About everything in general, or
Before you weren't acting right.
I don't know what you mean, Daphne.
Nobody can scry on us if that's something you're concerned about. Did something happen?
I mean, yeah. Brooke beat the ever-loving piss out of me. But, nothing happened.
I don't think that's true. And I know Aura doesn't like to push these things, but there is a lot going on right now.
Daphne, I'm not gonna be any... He speaks without the accent. I'm not gonna be an issue.
He speaks without the accent.
She's never heard this, right?
Never heard this.
What?
I promise it's not gonna be an issue. You just caught me at a weird time. But
Is this how you actually talk?
I'm afraid if I answer truthfully, it's gonna really annoy you. Listen. Takes his hat off. I don't know. This might get out sooner or later, but Brooke's the only one to know. When she courted me and she started pummeling me, I began to change forms.
Forms.
I'm a changeling. And I haven't told anyone. I've been Roland for a very long time.
Couldn't have picked something else.
It's what I like. People pay attention to me. But yeah, I've been like that for 6 years. And now it's only now that everything really began to change. But I promise you, I've been listening to everything Captain Aura's been saying. Come as you are, be who you want to be. Roland became something that I really liked.
Was Brooke finding out what had you worried?
She's pretty good with secrets. I've
You
just...
looked almost scared.
That glass on Hilgen's he was carrying. Where I come from, there's a lot of that.
Through seeing,
Yeah,
you could recognize it just like that.
I could feel it.
And would it see through you?
Yeah, it would.
Do you want Hilshin to know?
I'm scared. Because it feels like I've been lying to you guys for 6 years straight now, ever since I got on this ship. But I don't
You
want to
wouldn't be
let
the
this life
only
go.
They're not going to care.
I don't.
I guarantee you, it won't be the worst thing that he has learned about someone today.
Maybe when I'm ready. Can I tell you to keep it a secret in the meantime?
Yeah. But I don't know. I'm just worried that you won't be able to keep it a secret. If Hilgen has that, is all.
Yeah. Just when he looks through it, he's gonna see someone else completely.
Maybe
Oh.
I can ask him if I can keep it on me so I don't have to constantly cast spells to detect scrying. I don't know if he'd let me, but I just asked to borrow it for the foreseeable future.
That'd be nice. I just don't want any nasty surprises. That's it. But all this stuff about subterfuge and things sneaking around, it just makes me a bit more scared, is all. But I don't want you guys to think that I'm here for any nefarious reasons or anything. I just want to.
You could have done
Exist.
something else with the voice, at least.
I
At
thought-
least.
I picked it up from it was someone I really admire. And it's really fun to do. And I
No
find it,
offense, but
and people find it to be charming.
I don't. The more I think about it, I'm kind of more concerned that this is the person you would choose to be in a way.
Fucking Christ, Jenny!
Okay.
You should know she doesn't mean it maliciously, though.
I know, but like, man, your zingers are just like, oh!
Roland deserves it anyway.
But yeah, Roland, everything. It's just it's crazy to say, but it's someone who I want to be.
Well, I mean, it's been 7 years. You're practically.
Thanks.
Are you not him at that point?
I mean, I know you meant it literally, but if I take it another way, it means a lot to me. So I'm going to take it that way instead.
That's not the only thing I wanted to talk about.
Oh, yeah? What do you want to talk
She
about,
just-
Daphne?
Sides. I could actually stand hearing your voice for a second for once. Goodness. Anyways,
Too bad it's who I am.
I need you to promise that you won't tell anyone that I asked you for help, that I helped you, and it includes Aura.
I was gonna say something, but then as a joke, but then you said Aura, so now this is serious.
It's very important. And I'm not going to tell you why, either. But I'll need you to cast invisibility on somebody, probably Humphrey. Probably tonight. I'll come back to you.
Okay. No
But I
problem.
am incredibly serious when I say you cannot mention it or tell anyone.
Daphne, I've suffered your wrath more than anyone on the ship. I think I know what's ahead of me if I...
It would be the end. And I mean that genuinely.
Yeah. I like you too.
No, I mean it.
I'm very aware.
Wait, did he just say I like you too?
Okay, I'll come back to you later.
Of course, Daphne. I won't tell a single soul. I promise.
She's just shaking her head, walking away.
Yep.
We'll wait for the bag of holding to see if they get the potion she needs, but...
And Captain Aura and Hilgen.
Are we still in the game room? Where would we have, or would we have left? Where would we go?
You can just say private place. A room. A bedroom.
A room.
Tim, real quick, do I think Daryl would know what ascending spell is and how it works? About the word count, or do I have to tell him that?
Probably have to tell him that.
Okay. Cool. Got it. Continue.
Well, did you really splice your hand open, Hilgen? No. Okay.
No, I'm smart.
I was gonna say.
That was Victor messing
That was
Victor. Hilgen would have just been looking at this, just like, this. No.
Yeah. So I guess she's just wrapping her hand and telepathically she's open, and she's looking at you and checking on you.
So as they would have moved, they probably would have stopped on their way to finding a private place. Or would have noticed that they would have paused by where all the hammocks and the resting place are, where his is, and he reached for like a wooden box that seems to be hand carved, something that it's not unlike Hilgen to do on his off time. And as they would come to the place, if he noticed that she was still facing her hand, he would just, let me, and he would just help. I suppose there is something that I haven't asked you in a long time. Mostly because we haven't had much time to just talk. But how are you?
She's surprised by this question. Ooh, yeah, no, you hear her thoughts are stuttering. Why is this one question so confusing? I'm well. I want to know how you're doing, though. Are you okay?
I will be fine.
I'm sorry. I should have been a little more discreet with how I introduced that.
No, it is not your fault. You are trying to look after One-Eye Jane, the way that you look out for the crew.
And
I will
you,
always understand and respect that,
even if it pisses you off.
even if it pisses me off. But how are you?
I've never really understood fear. You said so a while ago. Or you didn't say anything, I just saw it. I saw it on your face, and I've never seen it before. But when I look at everyone and I see what we've built, and I see the family we've made, to lose that, I think I know what fear is. I get it. I'm very scared.
As he finishes wrapping the hand, he just keeps it in his. I am scared too. But to be afraid, yes. I did not have something I feared losing before I met you, Ora. I lost my friends, my tribe. I was just existing, getting on the day by day, honoring the path that I have chosen. Just waiting till the time to go to the end of the veil would come for me. And then you gave me Bark, this family. And now I fear for them. But I am glad to feel fear. It means that I still can care. And I fear the most for you. But I will do my best to not be dramatic about it. And so he reaches for this little box that just fits in his hand and hands it over to you. And I'm going to send you privately what you're going to see inside once you open it.
Oh, I'm gonna puke. She'll open. She'll open it. No.
Boxing glove.
So she. Oh.
So when you open this, you see this flower. That's a blue flower. And you see that the way that it's inside the box has some earth and vines that seem to be connected to the box itself. There's some druid craft in it that he used to make sure that the flower is preserved. The sense that it will always remain as is so long as it remains within that box. And he just, it's a delphinium flower. It symbolizes when one honors to protect another. And I know that you like blue.
It's my favorite color.
I know.
Do you want to know my favorite flower, though?
Sure.
I am a spring flower that rhymes with hill. If you know my name, tell me you will.
Daffodil.
Hill, I can't lose you. I can't do this without you. I need you to stay with me, okay? You're promising to protect me. I'm promising to protect you. You need to stay with me.
He kneels and gets close to her, still holding her hand. You know that we cannot promise each other forever, right?
Well, no, technically, you live longer than me.
I can tell you this. I will be by your side for as long as my life allows me. And I cannot lose you, but I was raised to understand that life and death are something we cannot evade. I will take every moment that I can to enjoy this journey with you. But you must promise me, as I would promise you now, that should either one of us fall while the other still stands, we will honor life and not loss. We have had enough of that already.
She crosses her fingers and tries to put it behind her back so she can shake her head yes.
He puts his hand so he can hold, so she can give the second hand.
She takes it.
One way or another, we will be fine.
The most fun game I've ever played is falling in love with your best friend.
I did not know you loved Daphne that way.
Fuck you. And she's gonna lean in and kiss him.
He's going. He does, and when she kisses, although slightly taken aback at first, his hands just gently cup her face as he kisses back, and he just holds her.
At this point, he'll see her fingers crossed behind her back.
He'll be whispering, he's like, "Are you crossing your fingers?"
Because I'm lying. I'm not fucking you can't leave. I can't do this. Fuck you.
I promise you that we will try our best.
We'll try our best. Fine.
Brando shows up. Hey, I'm sorry.
Oh, I thought Clarence was in the room and they forgot he was there.
Brando shows up. Hey guys, I'm real sorry about everything. You have a written apology by the Empire. We will be better from now on.
Why did you bring me into it right before?
Just imagine the Drax moment of like, he's just there, just eating, just watching the whole thing.
Young love. Young love.
Yeah, they're old.
Mom and Dad.
Mom and Dad.
They're mom and dad.
Love is real. In this moment, in the turmoil of everything that's happening right now, inside the Instacar, a halfling and an elf embrace each other. In their own pocket of warmth, taking comfort in their eternal promise to one another. In the, for now, gentle waters between one battlefield and the other, I'm still fucking I'm reeling. Yes. Even with so much fear and blood, the battlefield eventually returns to just being a field. And flowers bloom all the same. As the two of you take that moment, in your well-deserved retreat, Clarence kicks down the door. I'm kidding. You can't do that. You can't do that.
Broken one-eye Jane! Broken one-eye Jane!
There is a knock on the door. Sadly, something has to. Oh, you muted Victor.
Something has to happen.
I was gonna say it's like if the door opens, like a dagger just flies and lands on the edge of the door.
Oh,
like,
One-Eyed Jane punched me again.
Yeah, they would definitely break the fuck apart like real fucking quick.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Knock on the door. Just, it's Captain. It's Jasper.
Opens the door. Hat's adjusted. Fine. Everything looks fine. Everything looks good.
Okay. I was actually looking for Elgin for a moment.
She kicks the box behind her and she's like, please do.
But you can come as well if you want.
No. Nope. I'm okay. I'm gonna. Nope, please.
Ildren has a moment where he just turns to Aura and just, with a new sort of sparkle in his eye, you should have done want to come.
I'm going to telepathically say, cut the shit! Don't tell the crew, it would be weird!
He's just gonna sign like, tell them what?
Get out! She like points at the door.
Jasper, who knows sign, just kind of. I can come back if.
No need. And then Hildren's just gonna start walking and just pat Jasper on the shoulder. As he exits, just giving one last look at Aura.
Yeah, and she'll telepathically say, that's right, you take that tight, cute ass of yours out the fuck of here. Get out! Just slam the door behind him.
She seems excited.
There is a lot going on.
Well, I don't mean to put more on your plate, brother, but I wanted to talk with you for about what's coming up ahead.
Go on.
He goes over to the large table in the middle of the room, and he just unfurls a map. And he doesn't unfurl a map, but like a big piece of empty parchment, and he begins to draw. He goes, usually I would do my planning with Clarence, but I would also want to get you in on this. And I've also wanted to speak with you on a personal matter.
Very well.
How do you feel about all this, brother?
There are a lot of moving pieces. Can you be more specific?
I'm just talking about the circumstances in general. 7 years with you all. Yes. I've grown to not learn to doubt and just trust in the process. But even now I'm beginning to wonder if the danger's a bit too much for us. I believe in the captain. Don't get me wrong. I've never doubted her. But I'm just cautious, brother.
You are afraid. You can say it.
I am.
So am I. The question is, what do you want to do with your fear?
What I do with it every single time. He goes, a lot of people don't think about the good parts to fear. Your heart beats faster, you feel more energy in your body.
Your senses become sharper.
Goes, we had a saying where I'm from. In the military I served before I found you guys. In Silivren, but for elves. Only when weak do I carry my true strength. I'm just... The more I look at everything, brother, I don't know if I could turn all this fear into strength.
Perhaps we do not need to turn all of it to strength. But let me ask you. You are doing that with your fear. What are you doing with your trust? Staying here. The elders of my tribe, they used to tell us, even the greatest archer, the sharpest arrow, while flying through a forest, will eventually meet a tree. Perhaps, until this point, everything that we have done has been dangerous, yes, but not dangerous enough for us to doubt. But does that mean that now that we are more uncertain than we've ever been, is this the time to retreat or to commit?
I know what my usual answer would be.
I do not want usual, I want the now.
I'll answer with trust. I'll commit. I've always done. I've always believed in you all, brother. It's just a bit.
Jasper, I want you to understand something. What we are fighting for here, what I am fighting for here, is everything that I have. If you are not going to fight for it with everything that you have, no one will judge you if you choose to walk away. I will not have hesitation in the days to come. I cannot have it. I will take your fear over your doubt?
For a very long time. And I've never realized it until I've met you all, but I've never really had something to fight for or to believe in. And I'm sure that many others feel the same way, and maybe even you. But I have that now. Yes. What good is leaving something that you believe in if you're not going to fight with tooth and nail for it? If we live, we live. If we die, we die. What matters most is that we did it. And we were free when we did it. As he began, he picks up the pencil. And he goes, "There's never going to be doubt.
Then you have your answer. And you also have mine."
He begins to draw, a large part of the like what looks like a map, like a topography map, Afros Harbor, and he's drawing this seemingly from memory. He's not looking at any references.
Have you been there before?
I haven't. My contact's been very thorough with me, though. I've went up against Anarian forces before, on another continent, surprisingly. I'm sure you know, but we're not going up against a run-of-the-mill here.
If Aura was here, she would say, what's the fun in that?
While I was deployed in Silveran, I fought them in the desert. An arm of them hired out to other kingdoms. We called them dust bunnies because they trained their lizard mounts to smack their feet against the ground and cause dust to line up. What I'm saying is, brother, is that they know what they're doing. Yes. My contact told me to worry about something called vanishers. Jenny. Oh gosh.
No more purple worm poison, please.
What eldritch horror now? Don't we have enough?
The eldritch horror is people. Just told me to worry about something called vanishers. It says they're called. It says my contact knew nothing about them besides their name. And from what I've experienced so far, if that's the case, then there's something to be very reckoned with. I reckon with it being Capanora's father, and a lot of politically intriguing people are going to be there, including House Creston, House Castell. There's no doubt they're going to bring their best. As he says that, there's a knock on the door.
Hildren has a pause. Who is it?
Helmsman? A hand's voice.
Yes.
Oh, good. Can you come here for a moment? We need you to check something in the barge. One of the kobolds broke something. Why don't you go get Daphne? We don't want to.
I'll be right there.
I'll wait for you.
Hilton has a moment where he says, I understand your concern. And indeed, danger will not be lacking. But perhaps the fact that they are going to be there together with their strong forces is the very reason why they would never expect for anything to happen to them. But we shall continue this discussion.
Of course, brother. And thank you.
Yes. Thank you. And he'll turn to leave.
As you turn, you open up the door to see one of the deckhands like clutching his hands together. He just goes, I just realized, can I should have gone for Clarence.
You are here now. Speak.
Yeah, it's in the barge.
Lead the way.
It's a strange circle, written on the ground. It was when Coco tipped over one of the barrels, and I'm not sure exactly what it means.
Hilgen just starts walking toward it. And as he's doing it, he's literally just calling out, Daphne! He just starts shouting, and then he turns to the hand and says, get Daphne right away.
Of course.
And he just rushes toward the barge.
Of course. He starts rushing. As you make your way down towards the barge, you make your way down the steps, and you see that there's like 3 hands currently surrounding the circle. They're like looking it over.
Step away.
They begin to step away. As you step closer to it, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
What does it mean? Transportation?
That's lucky 13.
You look at it. It is fresh. It's been drawn there. You're not down here that much.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this seems strange. Like they said like barrels have been over it. You don't see like the indents. Like it would usually like leave a mark in the ground. As you're getting closer to it, like it seems to be like a drawn circle. But as you walk deeper into the room, the door shuts.
I would like to use one of my daggers to throw it at the circle's edge to try to break the circle's connection. So basically try to like damage some of the circle's drawing to see if that does anything.
As you draw your blade, as an ability check, you're gonna roll an initiative for me.
What the fuck is going on?
Okay.
I just wanted to go have a nice chat with Armand
19.
during this session. Oh well.
19.
Oh boy.
One
Okay,
second
you can't kill a PC when we have like 4 episodes left, right?
Yeah.
Like, well, shut
Victor's
up,
like,
Albert.
sorry, I couldn't play. Didn't tell us.
What's your modifier for your on your initiative? It's lower than 8.
Yes, it's a 4.
Okay. This is going to be a surprise. Does a 19 hit? Please give me a con saving throw.
It's a vanisher, isn't it? It's already a vanisher.
Oh my god, they're already here?
Right, I'm trying to figure it out how to do a saving throw on this thing. I'll save. Okay. You say Constitution?
Con saving throw, yes.
11.
You feel a dagger piercing through your back, taking 4 points of piercing damage and 16 points of poison damage, and you are paralyzed.
You're kidding me.
You're holding the dagger in your hand. You see the hand that was just talking to you. It just goes, he's down. All right, put him on a circle. Come on.
Oh my god, we've been infiltrated!
Question.
Am I down there yet?
Question. I'm paralyzed. Can I still connect to Kenway?
In this moment, yes. I'll say yes.
Okay. I immediately send Kenway to find Aura and to lead them to the barge.
Mm-hmm. Immediately, in that moment, you feel arms wrap around you. The 4 deckhands just leap into motion. He goes, "Don't break the circle. Put him right in the middle." As they begin to put you down, it goes, "Cast, do it." And one of them begins to chant. You feel a scratching on your door, Aura.
Open the door.
You see Kenway. He screeches, and he begins to fly.
Shit. Okay.
He's looking right at you.
Okay. Bad. I'm sprinting and I fire off a shot down the hall.
Everyone hears a gunshot.
Yeah.
Yep,
If
go.
nobody came
action.
for me, then I'm going now.
Yep.
You see they stand at the 4 corners of you, Hilgen, as you see the circle begin to light up.
Mm-hmm.
As this trail of light begins to follow the circle, you or you follow Kenway, One-Eye Jane, Zachariah, and Daphne. You see Kenway fiercely scratching at this door, pecking at it.
Open it.
Yep. Run.
Locked.
Yeah, bust down the door.
What's going on?
I kick it down.
You kick it down?
Yep.
Weapon out.
As you kick it down, everyone comes in to see the last moment before Hilgen.
Counterspell?
Sadly, it's not as it is an object. You see, you catch the sight of 4 deckhands looking at you, and Hilgen in the middle, completely paralyzed.
I lunge for him. I'm gonna grab him.
Yeah, can I break the spell
it's
with my points?
It's a long way down. I'm sorry.
Can I jump?
A flash.
Can I dimension door?
This is like a reaction. Like it's like as soon as you guys open the door. I'm so sorry, guys.
Oh.
As Hilgen is gone.
For the first time in 10 years, you guys have heard Aura audibly chuckle. That's it. This is the first time you ever hear her scream. Are the
Hilgen,
deckhands still there?
They're gone. They went with them.
I have to.
Oh,
Bye,
okay.
Daphne.
We're gonna end this
Bye.
real quick. Bye.
I mean, I can wait a second.
Okay.
I have to.
It'll be like 1 more minute. Hilgen. In that moment, your eyes are open. They sting from them being open, not being able to blink. You are carried out, and you hear, "We got him." Says, "Put him in the room." You are carried. your body is manipulated because your muscles are so they are very still, like stone, but not stone. As you are carried through this hall, you see gray stonework, and you are placed into a chair. And you are these 4 deckhands around the ship. They begin to strap you down. No, they have no emotions. They are just doing what they're doing. And as you are just completely and utterly strapped down, your ankles, your arms. One of the deckhands goes ahead and he picks up this leather, like an array of tools, and places it on a cabinet and just throws it out. Many bladed and blunt instruments are there. As the door is knocked on, everyone stands at attention, and the door is opened, and you see a familiar man, an elf, Wenfeld, Lordigan. In his typical uniform, he has an H today. As he walks in, he looks directly at you for a moment before he just looks towards the others and he nods. And they walk away. As they file out of the room, he stops one. Take those out. I don't need those. The person picks up the tools and walks away. Wenfeld closes the door behind him. So slowly, and you feel your muscles begin to loosen for a moment, but you're strapped. He goes, "Hello again, Illusion. Feel familiar?" Now, he walks closer to you, his boots clanging against the ground. I want to clear up a misconception that you might have had after our last encounter. You did not survive. You marinated. And that is where we're going to end this session. Thank you all so much for watching. Watching Hiljan and Aura do that scene, I was like, oh my god.
Did you plan this, Tim? Did you plan this? Is that what this chat was about? You guys planned this on us?
It came at the worst possible
Oh
time.
my god!
It came at the worst and the best time. From a narrative standpoint, from a emotional standpoint, my god. But I did not.
If you guys plan this, I swear to God.
No, this last thing, this what just happened.
Thank you all so much for watching.
Well, that was a fun session, guys.
We will see you next week.
Kendra's face!
God.
Bye.
Yarr.